everybody, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, and we're back today for another episode of The King's Hustle, everybody's favorite show of City of Mist, in which we get up to no good every single week, make terrible decisions, get angry about it, and then feel good about ourselves. Let's go around to cast and crew and remind ourselves of who we are and who we're playing. We've got Metamancer with us today. Meta, how's it going?
Hi, it's going really well. Sorry, my microphone is away from my face. Let's fix that. Yeah, it's going fantastic. I'm really excited for the last 3 episodes of the series because things are getting really intense. I feel like it's getting more intense as we go on, which I didn't even know was possible, but there we are. So yeah, I'm very excited and looking forward to this session.
Fantastic. And we have Blue Jay back with us tonight. Blue Jay, how's it going?
It's great. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Well, yeah, I've just been like getting ready to go see PB tomorrow and just like excited about that. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, I don't know, playing Magic, playing The Sims, regular stuff. In the game, I play Nancy De La Rosa. I always forget to introduce my character, but it's Nancy De La Rosa. She is a private investigator. She's a little sassafras, and she's Gibbs's long-lost, estranged daughter, ? Things happened. It's great.
They certainly did. Great stuff. And we have PB back last night. How's it going, my friend?
Hello, it's going well. I think my camera is still, for some reason, being super laggy, so I apologize for that, but I'm super excited. Blue Jay's coming to visit me tomorrow for the weekend. We're going to do some cool stuff like get ramen, go to Muji, and go to Niagara Falls, and it's going to be great. And I play Ava, well, I guess who last week was revealed as Tituba, which is super exciting. I hope you all Googled that if you didn't know who that is. Yeah, and I'm really excited to dive right back in. There's only 3 episodes left.
Oh, awesome. Miss Magic. Yes, I know. Miss Magic, how are you doing today?
Oh, I just muted. Hello, everybody. I'm streaming from the office today because I got caught up late at work, so hopefully the audio sounds okay, but let me know if I need to start yelling or anything like that.
You are a champion. You're at your work office?
Yes, I
champion.
am. I'm hiding in a room streaming from my work laptop, but it works. It's totally working. But yes, I play Sana. Sana, who is our jazz musician, gambler, who was faced with a pretty big decision last game. Meta might recap a little bit, but we learned that Sana lost her husband, and she's trying to take care of the man who was responsible for killing her husband. So that was pretty intense last session. And we have 3 episodes left, and I really want to know what's going to happen to Sana and some of the decisions she might have to make in the future. But yeah, I'm very excited for today.
Fantastic. And we have Morphe back with us tonight. Man, Morphe, how's it going, my friend?
Hello, doing great. Excited for tonight. Last week's episode was absolute madness with the meetings with Hades and trading my soul, so that's awesome. Can't wait to see how things go over the next 3 episodes. I thought there was only 2, so I'm glad to hear that there's 3, because I thought we only had 2 left, so that's awesome. Yeah,
it's
I'm playing
this one
Shepherd
and
Crane.
then 2, right?
Yeah.
So I'm playing Shepherd Crane.
So it's the last Thursday of January, right?
Oh, that's perfect.
Right,
Yeah, so
31st.
that is indeed math, yes. Awesome.
I can count, and yeah, looking forward to today playing Shepherd Crane, the mysterious, tough, masked, creepy guy. Should be good.
Awesome. And I'll be playing Russell Gibbs, who last week was the world's angriest dad. But he is also the world's greatest dad, trademarked. And he's God, everything is so dysfunctional. He's been pretty upset about all of the potential deals that were going on last week with Anatoly, the god of death. And he's probably going to be more upset with Crane when all of that comes out. But before we get started today, I remind you guys that we are playing City of Mist. If you haven't checked it out, it's a fantastic role-playing game. Some pretty awesome superhero powers that we're starting to get into and explore. And they have some pre-orders back up on their website at up to 30% off. So now it's never been a better time to go and get some City of Mist books. Check them out on the cityofmist.co website. And of course, our regular sponsors, fancygrounds.com, our virtual tabletop of choice where all the rolls and tokens and dice and stuff go. And of course, whalinggames.co.uk, the go-to destination for tabletop board games, war games, and more, at up to 20% off the retail value over there. And last but not least, when we get 20 retweets on this tweet, our sponsors, tabletoploot.com, give away a set of dice to you guys there in the chat. So get retweeted, my friends. And don't forget, you can donate to affect the game as well by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and so much worse. This month is a month for pets, so if you want to give our friends some pets, even more responsibility to ruin, go ahead. But I will hand over to our MC for tonight, Metamancer, to remind us a little bit of what happened last week and to take us into tonight's episode of The King's Hustle.
Yes. All right. So, quick recap. Our team pseudo-resolved their issues while they were finishing their interrogation of Ricardo, where Pedro kind of barged in and Gibbs was bleeding on the floor. It was fine. Nancy took Gibbs to get some medical attention, and the rest of the group followed Pedro to Anatoly's operation, where they were expected to meet with them because Hades had a big part to play in obtaining the quill and or giving information about it and or about Jesse and Camilla. So there was a lot of information gathering that happened last week, though not everybody is yet fully aware of the things that were found out. Obviously, the big thing was that Jesse is in fact indebted to Hades, aka Anatoly, and that is why she cannot die. And subsequently, we found out that she's a covert operative, essentially, from his operation into Camilla's operation. And so there's some issues brewing from that particular area as well. With that said, each member of the crew, with the exception of Gibbs and Nancy, were granted an audience with Anatoly and or really forced to have an audience with him, where he gave them each offers, most of which were rejected in one way or another. Ava outright refused to hear anything he had to say, as he had addressed her by her avatar, Rift name being Tituba, that being revealed to the group, or to the audience, not the group yet. And she refused to really hear anything he had to say. Sana was given an opportunity to face her nemesis. She decided against it and declined Anatoly's offer. He let him walk free, and the ramifications of her actions to not take care of him are yet to be seen. Shepard, on the other hand, decided that the offer on the table was too good. He actually negotiated with Anatoly to help reduce the contract that Jesse was under, as well as get more of what he needed to exact revenge on the person or people responsible for killing his mentor, and a resurrection of said mentor, as well as obtaining the location and safe recovery of a waitress from the diner that he would go to. Little did he know that there was something else that came along with the deal, something that might actually benefit him. When he got back to the hotel with everybody, he revealed himself to remove the wraps from his hands, where he was able to see a faint tattoo of the head of Cerberus. For those who don't know, Cerberus is the guardian of the underworld, the watcher for Hades. And so that was revealed. Before that, though, before we ended, after Gibbs also dragged Nancy away from Anatoly, and he angry dadded at Anatoly for trying to make deals with his crew, we also found out that Jesse is one of the other heads of Cerberus, and that was only for the viewers. Nobody else yet knows about that, but we're definitely curious to see what happens next. So everyone went their separate ways when we got to the casino hotel. Jessie, as per always, is out in the lounge area, hanging out, doing her work And I guess at this point would be a new day unless anyone else. Oh wait, I think Sana had a montage she wanted to do. So let's actually start there.
Yes, I wanted to explore my mythos.
Perfect.
So this is my first time doing that, ever. So I might need your guidance on what exactly I could do in this sense.
Okay. So exploring of the mythos is basically you have a question of your mythos. Did you end up rephrasing yours?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the question?
Am I responsible for my husband's death?
Okay. I would say maybe. So this is actually a really good example of how to kind of build up the question for a mythos card. So in this case, it would be a question about your powers. Now it could be rephrased in that, if I'm responsible, right? Then like, is it my abilities that caused that? Like,
which
what of my abilities? Yeah,
I would say yes, because it has to do with like my gambling and some of the powers that I use with that. And if those gambling debts, which got us in trouble and essentially got him killed. So my character does kind of feel responsible for that in a sense. Okay. So I think that's kind of how it ties in that sense.
Okay, so the way that we would explore this in a montage setting would be that you would ask yourself this question, and obviously I'm not dictating your character development, you are, so you would give us an exploration of how Sana would explore this question through the mythos side of things. So it might be playing a particular instrument, or maybe replaying music that was playing during a critical moment in her past, anything that would really give her access back to finding answers. And then if you find any answers, you can tell us, obviously not to in character knowledge, but as a narrative.
Okay. I think what she would do is back in her room, she did bring some things with her in her room, some personal items, and she kind of goes through some of her old items. She has like a deck of playing cards. She has dice. She does have some of her old instruments that she brought with her as well. And she kind of sifts through them, and she finds a note from her husband in the deck of cards. And this note, it actually writes out some of the things of the money that he owed from some of his gambling debts, and it kind of helps her answer some of the questions, or it makes her think that it wasn't what she was doing that may have caused Francis Thornbottom to start getting suspicious of him and myself, but there were other things happening behind the scenes that she might not have known about. So she's kind of going through her things, and that raises some new questions for her as well.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and mark attention. I would also say mark attention because the fact of your encounter with Francis and you guys noting, well, Ava explaining that he went through some kind of Hellfire Gate has an implication on its own as well for you. So while you might not have been directly responsible necessarily, I think that there's still some exploration for you to have in that regard, as to why did that happen? How is he involved? Is he one of us? One of us kind of thing. If he's not, then how is he involved with Anatoly? Like, there's a couple of those types of questions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Very good. So, morning comes to, and who wants to take the first scene with the next day? I know a lot of you guys still haven't resolved any, interpersonal issues. Like, you guys moved on to deal with the Anatoly thing, but nobody's really, there's still a lot of open can of worms on this one. So feel free, whoever wants to take it.
I feel like, and like, you can let me know what you think about this, obviously, PV, but like Nancy in her, like, feeling like she's got a debt into Ava now, wants to learn as much about her as possible. And I think we've already done a scene before where like I've like looked you up or what have you, but I feel like maybe if it was possible, and like let me know, I would wait until you like left your room for the morning and we're like hanging out in the like lobby area, and I want to try and like sneak into your room and go through your stuff.
Okay. Yeah,
because
well, you don't have to ask me to do that. Yeah, you can.
Well, I mean,
I
don't know if it would be possible. Like, does she leave? Like, is there a lock on her door? Does she leave her door unlocked? Like, does she leave anything out that would be interesting to find? What would it be? Like, that sort of stuff is all up to you, right?
Yeah, probably roll for it. But yeah, there's some interesting things you could find. But
and she definitely would like
see how well you do.
Yeah, I guess it's how well I sneak that determines like whether or not you see me. Okay. A similar question to what Morph had. I got the improvement on my Mythos. That's when I sneak around with power tags from this theme. It's Dynamite. Does that mean I still have to roll a 12 plus? Or does it mean that it's auto Dynamite when I use tags? You're muted.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so it should be auto Dynamite to my understanding. When I reread it again,
use tags for this one.
Correct.
Okay.
So you would still roll, but just because we want it on the table, but it would be considered Dynamite.
Okay, so I'm pretty much always going to use Sneaky as a spider when I'm sneaking around. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. I'll roll for it. Nosy as hell I'm also using, and don't owe a nobody nothing. The double negative makes it work better, but every time I say it I'm like, why are you doing a double negative? So yeah, I'll roll, but I think it's an auto Dynamite.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up as well just to double check, but it's
3. Okay, well let's see. Sneak around. On a 12 plus, your target is so entirely fooled by your secretive or deceptive actions that you can continue to move and or act completely undetected by this target for the rest of the scene, so long as you do so in the same way you did.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think the thing is that she's been obviously like keying into her mythos more and more like during this experience, and there's also that feeling of like guilt and like shame that Eva had to like pay off her debts, and I think that kind of makes her like want to be invisible even more. And so like keying into that just enables her to just like, she is a spider on the wall, right? And waits for Ava to get up and like hear her like in the lobby making coffee, pouring her whiskey into her coffee, and then like sneaks into her room. I guess the investigate roll would be how much or how little I find, right?
Yes.
Okay, so going through her shit, obviously nosy as hell. Cover my tracks, investigator, and get the dirt. That sounds right?
Yep.
I spelled die wrong. 2d6 plus 4. I got a 12.
Nice.
Unfortunately,
Dynamite on the. Yeah.
I mean, if I had, if I don't have like an ability to turn it into dynamite on that on investigate.
It doesn't matter when you roll a 12 or more. Those rolls are considered dynamite, so you don't have the improvements. Yeah, the improvements themselves are permanent effects essentially, right? Like that's because you've like used your abilities enough that you're mastering them in a certain way. So that's like the difference. But all rolls of 12 or more take dynamite effects if you want to. You don't have to, but usually they're beneficial. So, you can. So 12 or more basically means that whatever question you ask, whether it's the 3 you can ask, or if you want like a definitive, very specific answer, you can use the dynamite option, which is you can have her tell you something that's either revealing about her character or whatever else it is, like rather than answering a question, so to speak. So it's up to you guys how you want to handle it, since this is a more PvP oriented.
Right. Yeah.
Move,
and I think what she's looking for is like, in Nancy's mind, if she gets information about a way that she can help you that isn't maybe just financial, she'll feel less like indebted to you. Or if she gets knowledge that she can like hold over your head and like use to blackmail if you ever try and like call that debt in, like those are the two directions she would go. Right. Okay. It's either she wants it to be so that she can pay you back by doing something that she can do for you that you couldn't do for yourself, or on the more negative side of things, she wants something that she can use to like force you not to call that debt in. Right.
Yeah. And you just rolled like super, super well, like the best you can roll. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So probably I would say that you find in her room, it's like super tidy, like ridiculous. There's barely anything in here. It doesn't even look like she uses the bed. But on the desk, you'll notice she's definitely like used that area. And there are like some papers related to the case, super boring. However, there does appear to be a book that you may recognize that I picked up when we were in the when we were doing the heist. It is a Bible. And it's old, and you can tell it's really, really, really old. And then the tucked inside, if you like open it, and I'm gonna say you did because you rolled so well. If you just like peek it open, there is a letter written to Ava, but it addresses her as Lisette. And it's clearly been read several times. She cherishes this letter, and if you decide,
is there any is there any information in the letter? Like, is it short enough to just scan?
No.
Okay.
It's like a love letter, sort of.
It's like pages that like I couldn't just stand there and like read. Okay.
Yeah. You'd have to take it if you want to take it. I'll let you take it, but if you want to kind of like just look,
I feel like she
wrote
thinks
it.
Yeah, I feel like she thinks that she's like, because I got I have the dynamite on sneak around, she probably feels like she can get it, read it, and return it before you ever notice. She's definitely feeling good about that. So you can message me with what.
I will. Yeah. I will message you. Yeah.
Rad. So Nancy goes into her room.
She would ever have in her room.
Finds this like letter, finds the Bible. She already saw the Bible and it's just an old book. Like, she's not going to read an entire Bible to see if something's different. So she figures like the letter is the more important thing, grabs it, sneaks out, goes back into her room, and like is going to like give it a once over.
Okay, so you did take it from the room?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. Does anybody else want to do a scene next? If not, we can always pull over to where the group might be, starting to convene, where Jesse is usually working. So,
what's the next task? I think if no one's got an individual thing, then
I did my montage at the end of the last.
Yeah. I'm just double checking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Jesse's working on some stuff. She has at some points started like putting aside paperwork. I will let you guys, if you want to, there's a lot happening. Usually she's working off of a tablet. There seems to be a lot more paperwork right now. Where she got it from, you guys don't know, but a lot of things at first glance would have something to do with the casino and the properties that are owned by that entity under Camilla, but you guys would have to go dive deep into the documents if you wanted more specific information. She's not trying to hide anything at this point. It seems like she's very rapidly working on something.
So are we going after Camilla now? Or
Well, I guess you guys kind of have to decide what you want to do since, you know, like she shot him and stuff happened with Anatoly, and you guys kind of know more about me and, you know.
So from my experience, the give the thing to Camilla is off the table, and I like look over at Ava like evidently. So our options are leave the thing with these gatekeepers or whoever they are, mist people, get the thing from them, which according to like everybody is impossible, or take down Camilla so she can't make our lives a living fucking hell when we don't do what she asked us to do. Because guaranteed she will.
We're all back together, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think. Unless Gibbs left.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no, I think we're all together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone
I
have
honestly-
any better ideas?
I don't know what to do. Can we even trust
Are
you,
you okay,
Jesse?
Sana?
Like, I'm alright. As good as I can be, I guess. There's
Did
a
you
lot
just
on
ask
my
if you
mind.
could trust me?
Yeah, you work for frickin' Anatoly.
Yeah, and this
Where
whole
do you
time
think
you've been
all
saying
the
that you
resources
had
are
to
really
obey
coming from?
Camilla. Except you don't.
How do-
You're betraying Camilla, so you know you've been really with us the whole time.
Yeah, but I had
Well-
to pretend.
Everything
Nancy
Anatoly...
Nancy like whispers us. Like
Everything Anatoly knows about us, he got through Jesse, probably.
Yeah, I don't fucking trust her at all.
in my
She's
experience, you don't
lied.
have to trust someone to work with them.
Yeah,
Just get
that's
insurance.
true.
And our insurance is like we know who she reports to now. So
I guess so. As long as they don't, as long as her and Anatoly don't hold anything over us.
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't go in those
also
rooms. I don't know
said
what they
no,
hold
yeah.
over you.
Nothing. No one said
Then we
yes,
don't
so
have
we're
any
fine.
business with them. We should go back to the matter of like how the fuck do we deal with the fact that Camilla is going to be pissed if we don't do what we said we would do for her. Which evidently we're not doing.
Yeah, exactly. Is there, you know, Jesse, is there a way out of this with Camilla, you think? If we just say it's too much, the job's too much? Sorry, we tried, we made an attempt, but a bronze statue came after us, and no thanks.
I mean, you could try to convince her of that, but I'm pretty sure it's more of like, well, then you're not dead, so obviously you didn't try hard enough kind of deal. I mean,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
she is hiring us. We could just say no.
She already hired. We said yes. Don't you
Yeah, I
remember?
don't
Didn't
feel
you
like-
sign in?
I don't feel like we're getting a 2-week notice, given that in anytime soon. I guess really we have to find it, and then we have to decide what it is we're going to do with it.
Yeah,
If
you know what?
You want to
Let's
try
just-
to go after it?
Let's just try.
if
to
we
get
got it,
We've
we
gotten
could
so far.
erase the fact that we ever got into this deal with Camilla. It'd be gone.
I think something terrible would happen if we used it. I don't think any of us should use it.
Why don't we get it
I
and then we
agree.
write out that it doesn't exist anymore? Problem fucking solved.
That is actually the best idea I've ever heard, Nance. That's real good.
There's still the matter of getting it, which no one thinks we can do.
There's probably a reason for that. How many people did they say had tried?
enough.
A lot.
I mean, I think we can do it, just so that's on record. Crane's sitting at the breakfast table and he's just been eating pancakes the whole time. He's eating more than usual.
Like,
he's just
ridiculous amount.
Pancake with his mask rolled up slightly.
Your confidence is just astounding, Crane. Thank you. What
cool.
about this bronze man? Like, isn't that like? Didn't you see Ava? You said Ricardo, the bronze man, and like someone else held the key to like getting this thing. Is that right?
Yeah, the bronze man and him. Yeah, I don't think I said the other one, but yeah.
She didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, you said Ricardo and the bronze man. So like, we already know that he's got like a weak ankle or whatever. Why don't we try and track that guy down?
The bronze man?
Yeah.
All right.
At least it's
I don't
new
have any
information.
better ideas, so yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be
Yeah.
our
I guess
only
that's it.
lead now.
If we can get past him, then we have a pretty good shot then going the rest of the way.
Jesse, has Camilla asked anybody else to do this before us that you know of?
Yep. Yep.
How many people?
Gosh, over the years, like a dozen crews, depending.
Over the years, she's been attempting to do this for how long?
Like a decade.
Oh, that's reassuring. I need you to do me a favor. I need a list of those names. And
I
maybe
don't
a
even
little-
know some of those people. Some of that
It's
stuff
fine.
is just gone. Like
Okay,
they never
well, Get me what you
existed.
can. Get me what you can,
Why?
please.
Why?
Sorry,
it doesn't
did you
really
say
matter.
why?
They're all gone. We're not gonna be able to track anybody down. They're dead. They're long gone. They're dead or they're wiped off the face of this earth. I
Jesse,
don't know
just
what you're
get me
gonna.
the fucking names. Just get me the names.
Roll a
Oh.
convince on her.
Jesse, I swear to God.
Just fucking get me the names. Okay, hang on. I forgot I had to restart my computer, so I need to pop open Fantasy Grounds.
All good.
Sorry.
She does have a cast out as a story tag right now because you guys literally just told her that you guys didn't trust her. So
Right.
yeah.
It's both of us.
I wish I had leveled up my character. It's fine. Sorry, I'm just connecting.
No,
Sorry,
you're
guys,
fine.
I had a glitchy camera, so I had to restart. And it didn't even fix it. Okay. I'm going to use. Let me freaking open my freaking sheet. Okay. I think I have convinced anyone to do anything. I'm just waiting for it to load. Sorry, guys.
Let me see. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I was just saying if you could pull up the old one and just let me know what I got for now while it grabs it.
I don't see a convince anyone for anything, but I do
I
see.
think it's talk anyone into anything is what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So that's a 1.
Okay.
Canceled
This
out
one,
by
and
hers.
I'll do like bolds. And then I have another one that's like empowered. So I'll just do those two because I can't pull up the sheet at the moment.
Okay.
Because the other one's canceled out, you said, right?
Yeah. Well, the one of them would be canceled out because of her tag right now.
Okay.
Yeah. You could probably use negotiation.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do those. There it is. Got it. Sorry it took so long to open that up. Yeah, I will do self-reliant, confident, talk anyone into anything is canceled out, negotiation, and empowered. So I'll use 3. Okay. Amazing.
Damn it, after all that.
Yep, after all that, I rolled 2 ones for those listening. Plus 3 gives me a total of 5.
Oh gods.
I think at this point, Jesse, with your attitude towards her, and then everybody else almost pretty much, aside from Crane and Nancy even, Nancy kind of was like neutral in it, and Crane didn't say anything, but everybody else would kind of got onto her. So I think she would like actually stand up and like look Ava and go like face to face with her and be like, seriously, stop. Don't talk to me like that, okay? You may not like Anatoly, but he will protect me. So stop fucking around and just get the job done or leave, because I don't know how to help you. These names aren't going to do anything. We have to focus on either getting in or dealing with Camilla.
We didn't ask you how to do your shit.
I don't even know what that means.
All right. How about I will do some digging of my own and get that information for you, Ava. And
thank you.
Jesse can do what she's good at and scour some fucking security cameras for the Bronze Man. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Cool with that? Is that okay, Jesse?
Great.
Sure.
Why do you care if
for
they're
the Bronze
dead?
Man.
They're the
Maybe
losers.
some of them aren't.
We're going to be the winners.
If they didn't die trying to get it, then Camilla probably killed them. So
even better.
You're not going to find anything. You have no idea what she's capable of. That's why Anatoly's not even going up against her directly.
So everyone keeps telling us.
Just, Nancy, get me the names. Someone get me the names.
I'll fucking do it. I'll do it.
Someone get on the names.
Can you look for the Bronze Man, Jesse? Is that okay? Is that fine?
I just don't know how likely it is to... I mean, does he look at cameras often? Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, he's been around us so many times. Like, chances are he's still circling. But I'm willing to bet, at least.
I could search on Bing. It's, might turn someone up.
Bing's not going to get you security cameras.
Search Ricardo. He's probably looking for him, too.
Yeah. There.
I imagine so.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Great.
Okay.
Bronze Man. On it.
Like, Nancy goes to the couch and like sits down and pulls out her phone, and I'll do a just like a quick glimpse through like any kind of, like, I'm a private investigator. I probably have like if there was any like city work permits that had like Camilla's actual name or business name on them, like I'm just doing the shit that you would do, right? Taking a look. My assumption is no matter how good I like would roll for this, like it's just like a bunch of John Smiths, and like none of them are like recorded like still alive or anything like that. Probably.
What Camilla did, I'll give you the tag here would be I'm trying to word this correctly. It's basically like they don't exist, and I was trying to give it like a simple tag, but I'm failing to do so. So let me look up my list here with her. She changed the fate of those people. The fate being that they're gone, right? So like, that's you might find the dark web side of like people looking at that job specifically, but none of them took it. Whether or not that's because it wasn't available anymore, or they didn't get the interview, or what other, but like it just kind of stops dead for you.
The people who did the escape room but didn't like make it?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, but anyone, like there's no record of anyone like actually taking the job.
Mm-mm.
But is there a record of like how many times she's put up the Craigslist ad for like hiring or whatever?
Well, yeah, not Craigslist, but yeah, I would say in a decade she's gotten about 12 crews. Each crew would vary, maybe like 4 to 5 people, maybe more. You're not sure, obviously, because it depends on who was eligible at the time. I would say, yeah, like maybe 60 people in total.
Okay.
Since the start of it all.
Yeah, I would basically get that like the only names I can get you are the people who didn't take it, and like just be on my phone.
60 people would have been selected. So out of the pool, it would have been like four crews, right? Because there was 4 rooms, 4 crews, so
right.
60 times 4, right? Like that basically is like the number of people you think may have cycled in and out for this particular job in a decade.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'll just be looking for this while breakfast is happening or what have you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of them, so like if you were to check backgrounds on some of the people that may have like looked at the job board, essentially, some of them don't appear to be very like good. You're not sure if Camilla started with more mundane people and then like worked her way to like realizing that it was in fact something that was a job for, for rifts. But it starts with like a conglomeration of like relatively no man type people, and then moves into more of the circles of like the less legal people that might be more shady in business. Like that's kind of the trail that it goes through. So there's some spurts of like not law enforcement, but like people who are private, maybe it's military, retired, that kind of thing, but nothing that really leads you to find the actual people who took the job.
Okay.
All right. Crane or Gibbs or Sana, do you guys have anything you're doing while Nancy's checking and then Jesse's like looking through all the security stuff right now?
Just still eating pancakes.
I'll join it with some pancakes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm not doing much either till we figure out what our next step is.
Okay. What about Ava?
I think I'm going to... Can I montage now?
If you want to,
downtime?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will do that. And I am actually going to try to reach out. I'm going to try to divine and find anyone who tried to get this that's dead and see if they're willing to talk or if they will answer out in the void. Any of the dead people Camilla offed after they didn't do this, or if they died trying to get this thing. I'm gonna ask about it out into the ether and see what comes back, as scary as that is. And I did, one of my improvements I grabbed is open book. So when you investigate using this theme, it's now dynamite. So am I able to do that? Like in
a montage, you don't roll. So either if you want to roll, you can do that, or you can montage. Either or.
Okay. Just to clarify, montaging just helps me level up, and rolling actually gets me information, right?
No, there is a montage to work the case, which is that you tell everyone how you do the thing, and then you gain 3 clues with that method, and then you can cash in those clues at whatever time, essentially. So
okay, perfect. I'll do that. Okay, so that's what I do. I reach out into the ether and I try to find anyone who will talk to me about this, who's passed before. So.
Okay. Do you want to bank those 3 clues now, or what do you want to do with them?
Yeah. I'll bank them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm hearing the audio thing you were talking about. Yeah, it's like crackling.
Tracy might have a loose wire on the headset or something.
Oh, I was just gonna say it must be the ether reaching out to Ava, but all right.
Okay.
I think like an hour, probably a good hour goes by, and Jessie has now notably become frustrated, where she is huffing a little bit and sighing in her corner. She has now progressed to several glasses of whiskey, to which she has downed pretty much instantly versus her traditional sipping techniques. And she is obviously annoyed, whether it's because of the security stuff or something else, you're not sure. But that is a thing that is happening.
Even feels pretty useless right now. None of the tech stuff is any good at.
I would, like, after a while, get back to Ava and probably, like, I would try and, like, be like, okay, like, this is casual. I'm not, like, yelling across the room or anything. But just, like, wherever she is, I would just, like, go up to her and be like, so I took a look at Camilla's previous hires, and the only people I can find are the people that she hasn't hired. Jessie was right about there being like 12 crews before us, but and she seems to be doing the same shit over and over. That stupid escape room. But after anyone who takes the job, like they're gone. There's nothing.
Okay, that's great. Can you star the ones that are for sure dead? Like,
yeah, I can. It's just like I don't even know who like got in touch with her. Like the only people I know were the ones who didn't make it, and they're like obviously. Okay,
that's great. That's all I need. Yeah, that's all I need.
Yeah. I'll get their fucking obits or whatever.
Yeah, that would be the best, actually. That would be great. Thanks. Sorry, I'm just out of sorts today.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks.
And like Nancy goes back to her phone and like starts like gathering like an email list of
what you would have to do is, because you can't find actual people's names in there, you'd literally have to go by date of the job postings and literally look for people's deaths that were actually
Oh yeah, I was thinking of just looking for like people who she didn't hire, like anyone who like just passed on in the last 10 years or whatever. But if I can manage to like go by the dates and see if anyone's passed on or gone missing from mysterious circumstances, like that's just a big task.
I know. I'm just letting you know that would be probably the only way that you could go around doing that, aside from literally asking Camilla the names of the people that she's hired before.
Yeah, so
I imagine most people
been working with,
I imagine most of the people she just erases them, like their birth certificates and everything are just gone. So I imagine finding anything will be very difficult, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Any news on the bronze fella? Or no?
No, nothing. It's so frustrating. How is it hard to find a man that looks like a statue? I don't know.
Maybe look street performers or something.
Yeah, I tried that. There's too many idiots out there. We gotta find another way to lure him. This is taking forever.
Maybe he finds us.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know, dangle some bait out or something.
I mean, Crane and that guy had a pretty close fight. Maybe round 2 or round 3. I don't remember.
That's true. That's
try and even the score. I mean, Crane, you still want his leg or something, right?
I want all of him completely. I could cut like a promo. We could put it on the YouTubes. I could call him out.
The YouTubes.
Like
Oh,
I
sorry.
don't know if statues use YouTube, Crane, but that sounds really
Doesn't
funny.
Come to us.
We should do
Something
it
like
anyway.
Philip.
Yeah.
Where did we
Oh my
see him
God.
last?
At Ricardo's with the whole fighting and
Maybe
the Giganto and all that,
Let's go back to
according to you
Ricardo's.
guys.
Good memories.
I don't think that's a great idea since you guys literally just talked to him yesterday.
It was I can't remember if it was an auction piece being sold or if it was just it was recently moved in there. I think as like furniture, right?
Well, he's got a lot
Is
of
that the thing?
collections of statues and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe we could find it on a record somewhere if we managed to. You know, they moved that thing around. It was recently moved in, so there might be a record of where they had kept it previously, or something like that. I don't know.
Unless he just like was a stowaway statue. That's funny. I know that you guys didn't find that funny, but never mind. I'll just.
Not really.
I'll just. You know what? It's fine. I need some humor in my life. I'll laugh at my own jokes. Whatever.
That's my daily MO. I laugh at my own jokes. I make jokes for me.
Right. Okay. Are we doing a YouTube video? Do we want to do something else?
I think we should do that just because I think it'd be hilarious.
Well, yeah. Out of character, it would be absolutely hilarious. Crane, do you want to do a YouTube promo
I mean,
to
do we
challenge
need
him?
to-
Oh! I
is it
have an
going to
idea.
work?
Well, here is where things get interesting. You know that thing you used to do before you became a hired person
Mm,
in that place
yes.
that is specifically for people like us?
Yes.
What if we challenged him to fight there?
Is this a sex thing again?
No, it's not a sex thing.
what did you
I
do,
mean-
Crane,
Well,
before this?
you know, I'm a highly skilled and trained fighter.
Well, that's
Yes.
obvious.
He probably just beat people up. It's not that complicated. You're making it sound really complicated.
I didn't
Yeah.
just beat people up. There's an arena where you can go to challenge oneself, and people watch and betting and
Yeah, it's an underground thing. It's super fun. Very little rules. Only rules is no killing. No outright killing.
Open that, please.
I like the sound of this.
Yeah. No, it's super fun. I used to go a lot. Actually, I haven't been back in a really long time. Wonder if they have any good
So-
contenders.
How do we challenge him?
Well, we would just go and put a challenge in at the place, and then they have like this weird messenger that it's like telepathy or whatever. I don't know if it would work on the person that we're looking for because I don't really know if he's a person. Like,
I mean,
Is he
like,
a
that seems like the only
human?
shot we really got right now, so...
and then also definitely YouTube video. That'd be super funny.
Definitely,
What? It would
let's
be.
reach out with a messenger, maybe in the YouTube video as well. I mean, that could be good.
I'm gonna come out of my room now at this point.
Okay.
What are we talking about? YouTube?
Yeah, Crane's gonna make a YouTube video.
What?
we're going to fight.
That's our plan.
Who's going to? You're gonna fight who?
The unit.
I'm sorry. What?
The bronze unit.
Okay.
Well,
I
we
have a
want
headache.
him.
Does anyone have
And then-
Advil?
We're going to on it.
We've got whiskey.
We're gonna- Yeah,
This is
I don't
the
think
sizing.
that's gonna help.
That's not
Helps me all the time. Okay, so fight club? Yes. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Fight Club.
Okay.
Maybe I'll go in
We're doing
there. I
Fight
might
Club.
fight somebody. That'd be fun. Ooh.
Have you ever fought in this body?
Not in this one, but it'd be cool to take it for a spin. Muscle memory.
Probably
Wait,
get your ass kicked.
Wait, are you fighting or is Crane?
no. He's
Fighting?
fighting, but I might like do a thing
Oh.
afterward or like as a warm up, you know, to
Before,
get the
not
crowd
after.
riled
I'm
up.
the main event, obviously. It would be on
Okay,
the undercard.
sorry.
It would be beforehand, and then it would build up to my
Warm up
fight.
act.
I could like introduce you, like knock somebody out, and then introduce you or something along those lines. That'd be fun. Ooh. Okay, this is great.
like
This
to
is
see-
super
Like
exciting.
an MC?
I guess. Yeah.
I would personally like to see Ava try and knock somebody out. I think she'd like it.
Yeah, I probably would.
That I would put my money on Ava.
Well, thanks,
What
Sarah.
if
I
Nancy
appreciate
and
that.
Gibbs duked it out in the ring to get over their father-daughter thing?
Or a tag
Well,
team.
fuck you, and now I just remembered that you were the one that said the whole thing and made that come out. So
You
no.
wanted to know. You pried for the information.
I did not.
You
No,
did.
we did. We did.
Yeah,
I thought it would
did.
be funny. I didn't think it was gonna be fucking me. All right, like literally, like what 1,000 to 1 fucking chance or whatever. I would have taken the bet if there was a bet, but there wasn't a bet. But I would have bet that it was nobody in this room. Like why? Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter.
To the fighting.
Yeah, let's
it's
do
Crane.
that.
It's Crane. We're gonna get Crane. We're gonna try and like get this. Like, how about like what about trying to find a way to make sure like I don't know. Last couple times you've tried to kick this guy's ass, it has not gone well for you. So like maybe we should I don't know.
Well,
do you
he
know anyone
has a
who has some
weakness.
drugs like some PCP? Like I heard that shit makes you invincible. Not that I'm advocating drug use, but it would probably help.
But
That's
now
a
that we
great
know
idea.
the weakness, we don't need to worry about that. Crane just needs to get close enough to do the thing.
Vicodin's not gonna help. That's a downer.
It's gonna help me. It's gonna help
What
me.
was the weakness
Also-
again?
It was like something to do with like a plug or like wait, that sounded wrong. Like I don't know, a pin.
Right, look for
Yeah, it was like a pin
Some of his leg.
I don't
right?
A
feel
pin or,
well.
pin or like screw or something like that. Like just like
Yep.
Yeah, it was a
I don't
screw.
know.
That's what it was. It was a screw.
So just get a screwdriver.
Anyway, the first thing to do
Go
is to
out.
film this ridiculous video. Let's fucking do it. I'm into it.
Yes.
Let's go.
yes.
Okay, how are we filming this? Are we using our phones? What's happening here?
How do you film
Yeah,
videos?
that's how you do that shit.
Yeah, we could do like I got
okay.
like a we can hold it or I can like try to put the phone on like a little thing on the side and we can drape like a
Well, I
sheet
mean, you
behind him
are
so
a
nobody
phone.
knows where
Can
he
you
is.
Just record it.
Oh yeah, I guess I could do that. Well, like not like
Just,
me
like-
through my eyes,
Just like
but you
mind
know.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
great. I guess I could do that.
Do we
Right,
need
okay,
like
cool.
dynamic lighting in here or something? Like, should I turn the disco
Do-
ball on or?
The idea that the bronze man is even going to see this is like 100 to 1. So let's just do it.
It's a little
Lighting.
bit
Who
absurd.
gives a
Yeah.
fuck?
Hey,
There's, like, some
when we
good
did Die
natural light.
Hard, we did Die Hard right. Okay, so let's give Fight Club its due.
It was pretty
Well,
beautiful.
It's good.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
we're like
true.
we should be semi-pro actors as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
Fucking whatever. Sure.
Fun
You guys were
Pro
on
actors,
point.
but-
On point. All right. You guys do the video.
So
I'll start it when you're
sure.
ready.
All right,
Okay,
Crane.
What are you gonna do in this?
It's all
Crane?
you, Crane.
I thought I was just going to call him out, you know, WWF style.
Yeah.
Right. Are we rolling?
Okay, yeah, we're recording. Yeah, totally. Right now. Like, go.
Right.
Go.
What does he have a name?
Okay, cut. Don't say a million times.
Yeah.
That's very unprofessional.
Not only is it unprofessional, but it's
Just
not
call him the
intimidating.
unit because that's what you
wait a
call
minute.
Get
him.
yourself hype up. Like just start
Right.
Yeah.
punching.
You know,
just get yourself
Punch the
ready.
air.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe punch those pancakes. Actually, that'd be kind of funny. Punch the
That's
pancakes.
a terrible. No.
I'm gonna
No,
smash
please,
you
please.
as flat as a
I definitely
pancake.
I kind of want to see you punch through this plate of pancakes. Would you do that?
What's your fighter
Would you
name,
just, like-
Crane?
Yeah.
That's
And
just
she said, I kind of want to see it.
the wolf is what I went
okay.
by.
The wolf.
Big bad wolf. That's scarier. And like, you know.
Right.
Fairy tale.
Rolling then. No ahs, no ums, no pancake smashing. It would be a terrible waste.
Okay. Ready? Go.
God, right.
Start again. I'll start again. I can edit it out. It's fine.
Right. Unit. This is, fuck. The wolf is calling you out. That's right, fans of the bowl. I am returning for one match, and I'm calling out the unit. You know me. I like pancakes, but I will hit him. He will be flat
throw a
as a
pancake at his face.
I punch it out, but he tries to punch it out of the air, but it's more like a comedical, like he's like sort of swats it and it like half hits him in the face. Yes, that's you. You're the pancake, and in this you will be the heel. And you know what you did, unit, and now I know what you did, and I'm coming for you. And I expect you to come and meet me at the ball and defend you. Let's do this, bitch.
You were a professional fighter?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wait, don't do this
Okay,
stuff.
I'm gonna edit this. I'll cut out the
Sorry.
weird like beginning of that, but then I'm just gonna do all sorts of visual effects. Jessie's gonna go crazy with this. She's got like the After Effects access stuff that she's doing to make it all fancy, and like the name of the big bad wolf coming up in the middle of the screen before it opens to the video and all that ridiculous nonsense.
I should have said something about huffing and puffing. Realizing
I mean, I can edit that in.
could be like up on the screen, like, you know, comes up in words.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've never done
got
one of
that.
those before. That was fun. They should do those more. I would usually just show up and they would say, here's who you're fighting, and then, you know, music, and in we go. And
Yeah.
was that good?
All right. Yeah, that was super good.
Yeah, that was great.
Real good stuff. Never seen anything like it.
Thanks.
So send you know, let me know when you post it, and I'll retweet it and things. I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but whatever. I'll retweet it. I'll gram it. See if we
We
can
should
make it
probably
go
also
viral.
put the challenge in with the messenger itself.
Yeah. No, I got it. I'll send him a thing. I'll send him an email. I think he still has email. I don't remember if he uses email, if he just is like knows that I'm gonna send him something, you know. But it's fine. It's fine. Right. Okay. I'm just gonna finish this video. It's got like the Rocky music kind of style montaging in there. It's ridiculous. It's so over the top. So over the top. Calling out the units. All right.
And before
The bitch
like
part
6
at the
different people show up calling themselves the unit.
Oh, that's so good.
It's me.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we'll go to the fight club, which is called the Bowl, at whatever point you guys want. Jessie will actually notably get dressed up as like super punk looking. And it's weird seeing it on her because she's usually just more casual. But yeah, so that's a little thing that's notable about her and her demeanor. I'm like, she's overly excited about this for some reason. Maybe she just wants to get out of the casino. Who knows? But yeah. So does anybody else want to do anything? Any contacts? Or do you guys want to
He's
head
gone
straight
to get
there?
his like tool bag of Black & Decker work tools. And before the fight, because he's got one, it was like old used screwdriver and stuff, and he goes to Crane. He's like, Crane, remember the screw. Remember the screw. Take this. You're gonna need it.
takes
Screwdriver.
it.
Do you
Thanks.
you hand it
It's a
to him?
Phillips.
You say you're going to need this, and you hand it to him.
Yeah.
I want to use one of my clues now, and I'm going to
Okay.
use prophetic. So that is. Hold on, let me just pull that back up here.
It needs to be when like Crane is in the fight. There's like a slow mo, and he's like, "Remember the screw." Just plays in it.
Yeah. So, for those listening that are unfamiliar, I can use a clue to ask the MC what's going to happen next, and the MC cannot give just a hint. You must give me a straight answer.
Okay. So do you want me to say this out loud, or do you want me to message you?
You can message if you'd like, or whatever you prefer. But I don't have control over this yet. At least that's how I'm playing it. So with him handing him the screwdriver, saying you are going to need this, it should be about that, if it's applicable. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna message you because I don't want to ruin it for the viewers in the scene. So yeah, I'll message you and then we'll go from there. But
Okay.
sorry, I definitely have something in my eye.
It's okay.
Okay. Anything else at prep time before you guys go to the bowl? Okay, cool. You guys are on your way. Does Crane do anything to prep for something like this since he hasn't been back in a while? Is there anything notable around this?
He would be
other
just
than eating
pacing a little bit. Yeah, stocking up,
Punching
eating.
pancakes.
But otherwise, pretty much the same, and he would be as he is because how he's dressed and his mask is his fight get up. Like it's the whole thing that's his fight mask. So he is as he is on the way.
Okay, sounds good. I would at this point say after all the prep and the video stuff that went down, several hours had passed at this point, and things gotten kind of corralled and ready. You guys make your way out as the sun starts to set, I would say, because this stuff usually happens in the evenings anyway. And you make your way to the old industrial area again. You remember this place as one of the less, innocent areas of town where a lot of shady shit goes down, of course, as one of them being the Underground Fight Club. And this particular fight club is rifts only. People here show up because they have powers, and for whatever reason they either want to unleash them because they normally can't in a general public setting, or they're paid to, or whatever other reasons might happen behind the scenes for that. But that means that there are no sleepers here. So people with powers are all over the place. Anybody who is sensitive to that would probably be Gibbs and Ava. You won't know who is who necessarily, but you definitely get that strength of power, the aura in the area. You might even borderline say that the place itself has some kind of elements to it that either hide it from the real world or keep things, kind of on the border of between the mist and the world that you guys are kind of stepping into. So the music is mostly low key until the fighting starts, at which point things go, like the music becomes things that help like pump up the audience and like really get that energy going. So you will kind of get there. Jesse kind of goes forward first and goes over to he's not super lanky looking, but he's a pretty scrawny looking dude. He is very tall though, and he's dressed in like a graphic tee that's got like fight on it and like some weird abstract art and things like that. And he's kind of propped up onto a bar stool at the edge of one of the entrances. The bowl itself, I don't know, Crane, did you want to describe it? Is there any particular vision you had in mind for this place?
No, because it's actually from the book, isn't it? It's from the City of Mist book. So yeah, I just kind of picked it up from there, and that's why I wrote it in.
Yeah. So I think Crane would probably recognize quite a few people here. You'd probably know about the messenger. He doesn't really go by a first name. Sometimes people call him Mess because he's the one who gets the fight set up for people. And because he is the messenger, but they don't say the messenger because that sounds really weird for him. But, Mess. And other than that, if you want to kind of prowl the area, you can, Crane. And if there's anybody that you would want to have a conversation with from your past, you could do that. It's kind of up to you, since this is a lot of your original, home, essentially.
Yeah, I think he would mostly be focused on getting himself prepared mentally for the fight. He'd be sort of turning to the squad and being like, I can't believe you've never heard of this place. You haven't been here before. And it's probably been over a year or so since he's been here. He probably didn't come back once his mentor died. And so it's anybody that hasn't been here, and anyone that's new through that time, he wouldn't know, but everybody else would kind of know him, and there'd probably be like a little bit of buzz of excitement for the fact that he's back and he's there, and they'd sort of recognize him in his fight mask and everything, and he'd just be kind of walking the room a little bit, and people being like, patting him, and him being like, don't touch me, and stuff like that. But otherwise, nothing too major.
Crane, you're like a little celebrity here, huh?
Yes. I'm sorry, he was implying I'm not elsewhere.
I mean, I wouldn't have guessed that you were a popular fighter. You definitely have a lot of... I thought you were a bodyguard or something. I didn't know that this was your actual occupation. So I thought
it was a sex thing, to be honest with you.
No, I did do some, other bits and pieces for some, got to survive, but this has been my calling for some time.
I did just assume the sex thing as well. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I thought it was a occupational hazard, I guess.
Sometimes it's a sex thing,
Yeah. Most times it's a sex thing.
Yeah, more often than not.
I mean, there is a group that that come to every fight and watch, but I don't. They call themselves the Craniacs, but I don't involve myself with it. I don't mix.
Oh, we do work with them sometimes.
No.
Nasty fuckers.
That's amazing.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll be at the betting tables.
Where do you guys hang out, Denny's?
Yeah. Sana, do you mind if I can I come with you?
Of course.
Just gonna tag along if that's all right.
Sure.
Great, thanks.
So, one of the things that you guys will notice as you're kind of walking into the area, there would be the main center. It is literally the shape of a circle. It is all concrete on the outside where the spectators are. There's no seating in the main arena. The center area is like it's a 20-foot wide radius all the way around. And then like from the center, 20 feet out across in a circle. And then it's about a 10-foot drop deep into the ground. And then that circle around is all concrete and everything. And so the big thing that you guys will see is a lot of people that you think might be fighters. They're almost every single one of them almost is wearing a face mask of some kind. It's a very common thing that you'll see here. And so
I feel
there's some people who,
I just said I feel underdressed. Oh, sorry. It's a dumb joke.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So the whole thing is encircled with that concrete. There's a few like small pop-up stations essentially, because they pretty much collapse this and it goes away during the daytime. But then at night, the stations are there, and there's places like you were saying, the betting tables are there. They're all makeshift. Everything is really rough and tumble here. It's not about the look of it. It is just about the fights. Like, it's very obvious. The center of everything is right there. Some of the concretes and like the dirt there is already stained in blood or whatever. Like it's old, but it's there. You kind of get that smell of dirt and iron when you kind of get closer to the center of the arena. And obviously the inevitable sweat will probably be very prominent by the time that the matches start. So essentially that's the big stuff you guys will see. There appears to be some, quote, officials as far as like the arena itself is concerned, which is basically the people who call the matches. I think that some will look more obviously as rifts than others. Most people do look mostly human. Others who have other abilities are visibly here, not trying to hide themselves. Like some of them have scales on their arms. A lot of them, if they're not bare chested, they have, cut sleeves or t-shirts, and you can see some are very different in muscle definition. Like they look either more stone-like or with the scales. Some are not as large as fighters. Some of them are much smaller, but they appear to be quick and things like that. So it's a very diverse set of fighters here. Again, a lot of them do wear face masks, not all. So, if there's anything else that Crane or you guys want to have as far as interactions go, or roleplay within the arena before the fights start, let me know.
The bed's being taken?
Is there what?
Yeah, is there gambling?
Oh yeah.
They're gambling?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
where
betting
we
tables.
went,
That's
right?
where Sana and
Yeah,
Ava went.
We went to the
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And-
betting
Yeah,
I
tables.
went
it's all
to the
cash
bar.
on.
Sana.
Yeah,
would
there's definitely
be,
lots of
like-
drinking.
Yeah, Sana would be drinking. Probably Ava as well, I would assume. And
Ava's
kind of
actually
like-
not going to,
oh,
which you think
Well, it's plastic
is probably
cups.
weird.
yes.
So.
Yeah.
I think Sana for a little bit will kind of ask around who the fighters are that everybody's betting on, and she'll kind of throw some of her money on a few different fighters, and
Yeah.
throw the most of her money on Crane for the final match.
Yeah.
But if she notices that Ava's not drinking, she might actually go over to her and ask her.
Can I? I'm kind of like following you around, and please don't
Okay.
hate me, team. But I really think Ava would do this. If Sana is betting, I'd like to use one of my clues to just like know who is going to win each fight, and then give that info to just be like, bet on this one, bet on this one. to
Oh, okay.
Sana.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's totally
I
fine.
mean,
Don't be
obviously,
sorry.
don't
It's totally
spoil
fine.
it for the audience, but I would just like to. I think Ava would do that for her.
I'll listen to her and be like, all right,
Yeah.
and put my money on whomever Ava tells me to.
Okay. I'm gonna post the prophecy on our group chat in VMix real quick about the screwdriver, just because so everybody knows.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So with that all said, the main announcement kind of goes out. A very loud woman. Like, how the heck does her voice carry across all this area? Obviously, she's got some kind of capabilities. And it comes through very clear. It's not like jarring or anything, but it's definitely like to make sure everybody's aware, and it says, fights will start in 5 minutes. Fighters get prepared in the side arena, which is basically where they get like wraps or whatever else they need to get going, water, etc. And final bets will be taken now. No more placed once fights begin. And that's pretty much the big stuff. Jesse is like kind of talking a little bit to the messenger that you guys saw earlier. and she's trying to get more information from him. So just so you guys know, if there's any like other people who've registered that designated themselves the unit, just try to find out if he's actually coming or whatever. So
that's for Crane.
So far, so Jessie will come back when she kind of like scurries off to most of you guys, either individually or if you finally like group back up. And she's like, he hasn't responded, but that doesn't mean he won't show up. So Crane slotted as the final fight. So hopefully he'll be here. If not, I guess people are gonna be pretty pissed. It's fine. Right. So yeah, I think the matches will start. The first two that go at it, one is he can turn parts of his body into stone, and the other one is actually very small. Like we're not talking like under 5 feet, but like definitely in comparison to this other guy, very, very small. And they move very quickly. They appear to have, I wouldn't say like the ability to stick to the sides of walls, but they can propel themselves around the edges of the walls and stick for just a few seconds to kind of get better leverage, and moves around. Their fighting tactics, while very fast, are not enough to really do damage to this other guy, and so the match kind of ends with the stone man pummeling this other guy into the ground unconscious. And so that match ends as, according to plan, Ava said that this was the one who was going to win, and so Sana wins that particular gamble. Again, the matches kind of continue on. I'm going to say there's probably 4 matches total before Crane, and everything seems to go according to plan, to what Ava had advised, so none of those were lost on Sana. When the end of the 4th match kind of comes around, it's actually pretty neck and neck, and for a while, even though you had been winning all the other ones, Sana, for a while you're like, oh, I'm not really sure, like these guys are like pretty close, they're tied here. And after some blows exchanged, finally your selected victor does win, and they call a break before the final match. And essentially the idea here is they allow people to place bets again for the final match, because they don't know who the final contender is with Crane. And so there's like a runner-up fighter that they've picked because people are not sure what's going to happen, and if they want the last fight, so they have to give them a last fight. So Crane, I will let you pick if there's anybody from his backstory. If not, we can make something up, that somebody who would fight Crane in the final match. Maybe somebody who's lost against him before shows back up. I mean, it's up to you.
It could be anything. I don't have anything in there.
Okay. Well, let's say an old contender shows up and basically puts himself in the ring so that he has a chance to try to fight and win, to fight you and actually win this time, because he's never been able to beat you. Let's see. This person... Anything that you think Crane would actually have a weakness to that you want to reveal?
Restraints. So if they could have some sort of tying up power.
Okay.
It's not a sex thing.
I thought it was a sex thing.
It's a sex thing. It's totally a sex thing. Okay. Yeah, I think that this maybe there's something to do with like. I don't want to go this route, but it makes the most sense is like whips, I think. Like we're talking like the combat whips, not that other kind of whips. Like Indiana Jones kind of stuff, right? Like that can wrap and pull the
It could be like chains.
Oh god. I can't.
It could be made of chains to take them away from.
It's too late. It's too late. Okay, so some time goes by, and the MC gets pretty like anxious, and he's like, "Okay, we gotta do this other fight. I don't know if this dude's showing up, but we gotta give these people what they came here for, which is a good fight." So I think that's when you're called to the ready, Crane. You guys jump into the ring, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. And proceed to fight. I'm not gonna require any rolls on this particular thing. What I want to hear from you mostly is a narrative on like the fight itself, given the newly added restriction that they have gotten better with their whips.
Okay. I mean, Crane is going to be, to even people who aren't experienced with watching fighting, he's going to have a bit of ring rust about him because it's been a year. He's been in mourning as well, so he hasn't been training as much. Like, he's kind of been doing it off and on, but it's not been what his regime had been in the past, and he lost his mentor and the person that taught him how to fight and taught him everything. So he has fallen behind the game, whereas I'm assuming this person has been training very, very hard and fighting regularly.
Yeah.
So it would start out the momentum being in their favor with them getting the upper hand and Crane being a little bit flustered by it, and perhaps people being shocked to see him kind of taken out nearly early on, getting wrapped up with the whip as they sort of harass him around the ring and cracking the whip at him, and at some point wrapping it around his arm so he's kind of like tight, as it would be like a sort of the whip like a snake around him, and they bring him close and talk some smack, at which point Crane will rear back and headbutt them squarely in the nose, and blood everywhere and dripping down their face, and then breaks free of the whip and starts to take control of the match and throw them around, manhandle them a bit. And I would foresee the ending. Should I describe an ending?
No.
Okay. So that's like,
when
as he's starting to take control, I would say is the point where he would wrench the whip from this person's hand, and he would kick their knees out, and he would like start to jam their whip into their mouth, forcing it.
Wow.
This is where we've gone now that we can't say anything. What is happening?
No, this is perfect. I think at this point, while this person is trying to get you basically away from them, you guys hear the ring is now rumbling. Like you can hear either footsteps or something along those lines that is just shaking the arena as the dust, the dust particles that had previously set on the the tops of the concrete where people are spectating are literally lifting off the ground and causing this like dust coming up and starting to cloud the arena itself. The spectators that are not directly in the ring, so you guys aren't there, but others that are outside will see a bronze man, literally massive, like as fast as he can, running. And instead of running through the crowd, he jumps straight up, and you can see the billow of smoke go aside from him, and he lands smack dab in the middle of the arena where Crane and this other person is. And the unit kind of like stands. Yeah, the crowd is insane. Like they've gone absolutely nuts. They're like so excited. They've never seen anything like that happen in a match, maybe in a long time, if at all. And this other person, like with Crane probably a little bit distracted, I'm guessing at this point.
Yeah.
He grabs the whip from you and like tries to scurry out of the ring. He's just like, nope. And he's just like crawling out. One of the spectators on the outside is like, what are you doing? And like tries to shove him back in. Like, you can't quit the fight, get back in there. And all this other stuff. And the unit is just facing you and looking as hulking as ever, all bronze, no real expression on his face. And even so, you know he's glaring at you. And he says, "A pancake? Really?"
It was very spur of the moment.
He's the one that disliked my YouTube.
I think it's time that we settle this, whatever it is. I'm sick of you and your whatever they are. And he kind of like motions his head up towards where you guys are.
My team.
Right. Other people in the crowd are like, "Oh shit, like this is something else. This isn't like smack talk, like fighting stuff. This is something way more personal." And they're into it. They're definitely into it. And he kind of stands off. He takes a fighting stance with you and squares off.
Oh my god. This is intense.
Still have time to give up.
I'm sorry, me give up? I couldn't quite hear you. What was that?
Yes, give up. That's what.
You
That's
give
what
up?
I said.
I think they said they're giving up.
No,
Everyone,
you give
no
up.
need for it. What? Oh, no.
You give up. I thought you said you were going to fly me like a pancake. I'd really like to see that.
I am. Yes, I am. Third time. Is this the third time that we've met?
Maybe.
Right, well, third time unlucky for you. Let's go. Unit.
All right. I think let's see some rolls for this fight. Do you try to get the first attack or do you try to defend?
We're going in swinging. We'll be going in attacking, yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Okay. We have Unbreakable Hide, Inhuman Strength, Brutal Fighter, High Pain Threshold, Vengeful, because it's been indicated that this guy has either knowledge or is connected to that. Does Intimidating work for this guy? Probably not intimidated, right?
No.
Iron Will. And can I throw in the new ones as well with Ravenous?
Yes.
Because I'm driven to destroy this guy. And I'm assuming Poison Touch. Probably no effect if he's made of bronze.
No, in this particular case, sadly not.
So I would make that a 6.
Okay. So let's do a go toe-to-toe.
Oh, it's been a long time since I rolled. Here we go.
Yeah, it has actually. All right, so a 13, which is a dynamite. A dynamite on a go toe-to-toe. Let's go grab that. Oh, crap. I can't type. I can't type. Okay. So this case, I will allow you to, for a go toe-to-toe on this one, especially because it's a 13, you can also be the one to strike a blow first. And after that, let's see. A dynamite for this one. There's quite a few. You can pick 3 moves to receive from the list of go toe-to-toe, so you can achieve all those things. So yeah, it would be, you can achieve a goal that you have, like either get something that they hold or to like get the upper hand on that front. You can get him good if you're punching him, which would be the tier equal to your power, or you can save some of the other power for something else, and then you can block, dodge, or counter their attempt to return the punch essentially.
Okay. I feel like we'd be running in with like a Superman punch, so kind of like leaping through the air, and it'd be one of the unusual occasions where actually with the unit being so much bigger than Crane that it would feel like he was the faster fighter. So he would sort of be looking to leap in with that, and then with the dodge he would be sort of preparing himself to swing under any counter attack and move with speed. And he's also at the same time, he's like looking around for where this screw is. He's like peering around the body as he's like darting around looking for this screw or nail or something through the whole thing. His eyes, he's like distracted by that as well.
Right, definitely. I think on a roll like that, if you want, I will let you see. You think you saw where it was, but you're not sure if it's on the left or the right leg.
Okay.
Because you had to go by so quickly, but you definitely saw it. I think with us.
Is it at the ankle?
It's closer to the lower part of the foot.
Okay.
Or the leg, rather. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I think that the dance-off essentially here would be he would swing for you, and then as he misses and you kind of go to where do you strike him?
Across the face. I don't know why, but he goes for it again, even though he knows it has very little effect.
Yeah. I think it's more of an irritant for him than anything. So what you can do is impose a status on him. Granted, he's going to reduce statuses given what he is, but you did have a power of 6, so he'll reduce any status physical damage by 3. So you could still impose a 3 on him for that, if you would like, in some kind of form of damage or disruption, really.
As much as Crane would always go for damage, we faced this guy twice. I feel like he's going to go for more of like a controlling or a disruption, where he's actually more focused on maybe like feinting and moving around him looking for this thing, because he knows that he's hit him with everything before and it's done nothing. He's broken robot's legs over his head, so he's probably going to focus on some sort of control or mitigating the damage that's going to come back.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay, so that sounds good. What we're going to do then at that point is if you guys are going to kind of go back and forth on this, that's the narrative that we're focusing on. At a certain point, he just gets really fed up and he's like, that's it. I've had enough. And he starts, this is the same thing that you saw with Ricardo. And he starts to grow. Like he becomes twice his size as you see him like literally start to increase. He's obviously now towering over the level area where the spectators are, to the point where his shoulders are at the tops of your heads. That's how tall he has gotten from the 10-foot pit, essentially. And he goes and he starts to swipe at the spectators. He is just like, because his arms are so big, they're almost in the way at this point of the arena. Like the arena's too small for him, and I think at this point, unless you guys moved out of the way when he started to grow, I'll give you guys that opportunity. You guys are going to need to face danger if you stay within the immediate vicinity.
Like when he grows, I definitely like back up. Like I don't want to leave the room, but I don't want to be like crowding the ring either.
Yeah, Gibbs. This isn't Gibbs' fight. It's gonna let Crane do it. Back it up.
I'd also like to step in and do something to aid Crane if I may. When I used that clue to benefit Sana and I have to give you the opportunity to give me a tier 1 status related to that. And I don't really know what that is. I'm sorry. I tried to find it in the rule book while I was waiting.
Where did you read about prophecy?
So in the rule book, geez, hold on. It's with the divination.
Okay.
When you level up, it's called, hold on. Did I just find it? Sorry, I should have had it open.
Oh, that's fine. No, I'm trying to grab it too. I see. Oh, prophetic. Okay.
It's yeah, it's like when I use it to your advantage, you can gain an appropriate temporary tier 1 status.
Okay.
But I'm not sure what that would be. So I'm requiring your aid.
Yeah. Let me think of something helpful here.
I think it's cheater, pumpkin eater, -1.
Well, prophetic is definitely one of those things. Something specific. What's going to happen next? Let's see. I think that in the way of this, because Crane is going to have quite a difficult time countering somebody who's almost 3 times his size at this point. I think that maybe the foresight that Ava gets is that he's going to need to use something else. Like, he can't just use his body in this case. Whether that something else is part of the arena is unclear. And I'm only going to say that, well, I'm giving you a straight answer, but it's because you're getting 2 separate routes right now. One is utilization of a power that you're not understanding of. It actually reminds you a lot of that Hellfire that you saw before. And then the other route is trying to utilize where, like, you almost can see aspects of the arena being used against the Bronze Man. But you're not sure which is the right path right now.
Okay, so then what would I put as my status?
Your status in this case, I would say is...
Do you want me to just do prophetic and then I get like a bonus on the prophecy rolls?
Yeah, I think we can do... Yeah, I think that's... We don't need to be specific in this case, I don't think.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't need to be intense. It's only temporary anyway, so...
Right,
okay.
right.
And it gives you a +1?
Yeah.
On that? Okay. Okay, so then what I would like to do is I want to use that last clue to divine where exactly the weakness is. And that would be a dynamite roll or a dynamite thing, I think. To find out where the screw is. And then I will speak to Crane in his mind and tell him where it is.
Okay. The location is going to be the right inner ankle section, just under where you guys would normally have the bone, but he's made out of bronze, so it's like kind of to the side of that. And how are you going to telepathically connect to him?
So, Crane, this is going to be really strange because for Ava, it sounds like you, but a weird twisted version of you. And you're you sound really excited, like you've just found it and you know you're going to defeat him now that you've found it. And so it's your voice saying it to you. So you probably don't realize it's coming from Ava, but it's very excitedly like, oh, it's right here at the bottom. And like, you know, it's kind of like, I'm going to get you now that I know that this is here. Yeah. And I think it's...
How are you going to achieve that?
How am I going to do that? I'm using the one clue that I have, I think. Is that what you mean?
You found the answer, but you haven't been able to complete the task yet. You need to roll for actually conveying that information to him, right? Like, you have the knowledge.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
right.
Okay. Okay, so I will roll for it then. And what I'm going to roll is the telepathy, prophetic, self-reliant, and confident, and empowered. So I will use those 4.
Okay, let's do a change the game.
Okay. Oh boy. Please don't roll all ones. I'm begging you.
That's not bad.
Okay.
All right.
That's not bad.
So on an 11.
Okay.
You can you're gonna get the 3 juice,
Okay.
and you can use it to create a story tag, to burn a power tag or a story tag, to give or reduce a status. So you're changing the game in this goal that you're talking about. You can probably just use the 3 juice here to. Sorry, not 3. You have 4. You have 4 juice, not 3. And you can give him a story tag that basically creates that knowledge, right?
Okay.
So maybe like no, I know the weak point or something simple like that is enough. And then so that's 1 of your juice, and then you can either bank the other 3 and use them related to that particular change the game
I'll
roll.
give them all to him. Yeah, I feel like I would give them all to him because I don't really have total control over this either. So I feel like it all just like, came right at him. So let's do. I'm sorry, Crane. Let's do one that might not be so great, which would be like overconfident, or just like, yeah, like I have the answer and I'm gonna do that. And then let's give you another one that is can I give a temporary invincibility tag to him?
Invincibility doesn't actually like exist in the same sense of the word. It can give him invulnerability, but he can't become invincible. That is not something that is like
I just mean like that he feels like he's invincible.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he will make silly mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah, and let's go ahead and give him like a temporary like prophetic tag. I guess that's the story tag I want to give him. Like he can hear his voice like seconds before, like he can hear maybe his voice speaks to him seconds before what is going to happen, and it may throw you off, Crane. That's totally up to you, or you can use it to your advantage. But yeah, I'd like to go ahead and give you that.
Okay, so we have a weakness.
That's 4G.
Yep. Yeah, so we have the knows their weakness as a story tag. We have a story tag for I would say like clairvoyance is pretty much as close as it gets, like minor clairvoyance essentially as a story tag. And then are you putting the last 2 into that kind of like feeling invincible? Yeah.
Something that he can use to, fight. Yeah.
It would just help him with defenses against the
that's what I would like to do for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Sorry, thank you for letting me do that. Wanted to help you, Crane.
Okay. Very good. Anybody else doing anything with this behemoth of a man that's swiping at the audience now? Did everybody manage to...
Remember the screw!
Did we have to roll anything to back up, or...
If you didn't leave as soon as as you saw him like starting to grow again like before, then yeah, you guys will have to roll face danger, whoever's stayed behind.
And is it like leave and not being able to watch anymore, or is it just like back up so we can't like be in?
Because I still so it's a big open area, right? It's outside. It's not in a building. So essentially, it's the group crowded around the arena, and then the dirt on the outside of the cement like watch area. So you guys are kind of close enough to see the fight, whereas the other spectators are kind of crowded around you, right? So you're gonna have to fight to get out. So if you don't leave immediately upon seeing the unit essentially like obviously not be the same size, then you're gonna have to roll face danger, because the crowd is gonna be a problem being right behind you, right? Because they're gonna like start to panic a bit. And then also the fact that he's already like his arms are getting so big that his motions are exceeding the parameters of the 20-foot radius of this circle. So
I mean, I think that I know that I'm not like a fighter. I don't have like fighty stuff, so I can't really help Crane here. So I would back off, but I still want to be able to like try and see what's going on.
Okay, so face danger. Yep.
Yeah,
if you're gonna try to see, then you face danger.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll use the tags to face danger. I'm using Sneaky as a spider because I'm trying to like move my way through the crowd. Nosy as hell because I have to see what's going on.
You can't use nosy as hell to defend in this physical.
Like, the reason that
it's a physical defense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I use protector? Because,
maybe argue it for me.
Huh?
I said maybe argue it for me. This is how. So facing danger is literally how you're either going to dodge or endure harm.
Not like there's no whys, because like my thought is like the reason. Okay.
Yeah. It's literally when you use your abilities to avoid an incoming attack.
I guess it's like enduring. Then like the protector is enduring. Like I'm enduring this buffeting crowd and the potential of getting smacked in the face because I don't want to leave Crane alone.
Okay. Yeah. That works.
Okay. So then that's, I guess, 2 tags.
Okay.
Hopefully. Nine. So I don't fail entirely.
Okay. Yeah. So it'll be at a -1 to your status, to the status that he's imposing, which is going to be. It's not like you were completely wiped off your feet because there's other people around you that are going to cushion a lot of the blow, essentially.
Okay.
But other people smacking into you, I don't think you're taking a direct hit from him, but he's literally swiping people across the arena at this point, right? So I think I don't know a good word to use in this particular case, but it's a tier 2 status because you got the -1 to the tier, and I would say like it's like not pummeled because you haven't been pummeled, but like and it's a little bit more severe than bruised. So I'm trying to find the right wording for this particular one. Let's see.
Impeded?
Yeah, I think that's probably actually a good one. Yeah.
Okay, I wrote it down.
Okay. Very good. Sana said that she was going to stay to watch as well.
Similar to Nancy, I'm going to try to stay close. I'm not going to like get right up there, but I want to make sure everything's okay with Crane, so I'm not going to run away. Yeah. So facing danger, I'm going to use aware of every movement around me in case like to try to avoid any crowd control, and always prepared. I'm gonna try to do my best to essentially prepare myself for anybody who's coming by and in an attempt to dodge them and stand my ground essentially.
Definitely.
And stay with Crane. So same result.
Okay. So yeah, you got the same one.
Okay.
At a tier 2 status. Okay. Very good.
Okay.
Let's see. Who else is sticking by? Ava, did you dodge? Did you like GTFO, or are you still trying to watch the fight?
Yeah, I'm still gonna try to watch the fight as well.
Okay.
So I will try to avoid danger.
All right.
I am actually going to. I think I was busy trying to do this telepathy, so I don't think I'm going to give myself any story tags. I think I'm just going to try to roll and see how it goes, because I think I was distracted.
Yeah.
Oh, thank Pete.
Yeah, not bad. Impeded.
We all got the same
at A2. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gibbs will stick around as well for his buddy. uses shield. I can sense danger. And I think that's pretty all he's got, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, right, killing stuff. All right. +2 to that is...
Be the one that fails.
Yeah, that's the 6.
Poor Gibbs.
I think I should...
That damn gunshot wound.
Gunshot, yeah, actually, you're right. You should probably have a -1 because I have a gunshot wound on my leg.
Yeah, well, we're going to call that, you're going to take the full status, which is you're going to basically be knocked down. You're going to need to struggle to get back up. And the problem with that is going to be the fact that there's a crowd of people that are like, it's not quite a trampled yet, but if you don't manage to get out of that crowd, it's going to become problematic for you. So we'll do a knockdown 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's where we're at right now with the overall beginnings of the obvious frustration from the unit fighting Crane. Jessie, on the other hand, is like straight up in that business. She gets hit at the very tail end of the crowd of people and falls into the arena with Crane. So she kind of like, at this point, she hasn't quite gotten off the ground. I don't know if Crane is too distracted to see her, but she does fall. It is a 20-foot wide radius of a circle, so just like, it's not like she fell right next to you, but she is in the arena at this point.
Is that a long fall, like a damaging fall? Like
10 feet.
Okay.
So it's not like horrible, but it's not an easy drop either. Like, especially since she wasn't prepared to fall into, right, like she like fell to her side. So
yeah.
She's definitely got some statuses on her. Yeah, so he's taken his action to swipe, essentially.
Okay.
The only advantage you definitely have right now, which you can assess as a fighter, is that because of his height, he underestimated his inability to reach properly towards you because of the cement circle is basically in the way, right? Like, he can get to you, but he has to maneuver better to do it.
So I want to say, like, cinematically, like, as his arm swipes across and is hitting people, like, that is when Crane is hearing this voice from Ava, and he's kind of like crouched on the sort of in the arena, and as watches this arm go above his head and is hitting all these people, and he's like seeing his team getting hit and stuff, and he's like hearing his own voice going, look, look, look. And it's like, as he sort of turns and his body is at extension, he can maybe like then see where the weakness is on the back of the, was it the left leg?
Right inner.
And that's
like where, you know, like the little bone that kind of juts out at your ankle.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that part.
So maybe as he's pivoting, like with the swipe, that could be when Crane spots it, and then maybe like the hand as it comes back around, and then bringing the sort of prophetic thing into it of he hit, like he sort of then has a sense that maybe it's not completely his voice, because it's like, and get out of the way, like it sort of tells him what's coming next, and he like dodges underneath it, and he's like, that was weird. And then like the fight kind of continues from there, but just to like bring that kind of thing into it, that he's hearing
definitely.
That. So then he would make that his target. He would be going for that. Like, how big is he at this point? Am I gonna have to like scale? Like, am I almost gonna like climbing a tree scale?
I mean, it's pretty high now because like he's about 30 feet tall. So he's getting there. It's a little bit disorienting even, because he's like, he barely fits in the arena by the time he reaches the 30-foot mark. And his steps on the ground are literally shaking the ground, right? Like every single time he moves, it is shaking, which is causing a lot of other issues, not just for you, but for the crowd as well, as they're trying to like, okay, this is getting crazy. Like, we've seen some shit, but this is like, what the hell? Some people are sticking around because they're like, we should fight this guy. And then other people are like, nope, I'm out. So there's a bit of a disparate like struggle between people who are still in the center of the arena, like edge, that want to get out, and the other people who are trying to get towards it. So that's why there is this is a mob essentially at this point. It's turned into, and that's what you guys are going to be struggling against as this unit is trying to stomp Crane. So yeah. Anybody else have anything they want to do right this very second? You got the statuses imposed, so unless there's anything you guys want to do, we'll continue back over to Crane.
I think right now, it's very much like just trying to like stick around through the crowd, and like keep an eye. I don't think I have any like ranged abilities that can help Crane like Ava does. So it's just like, am I gonna have to try and get closer or not at this point? Is there anything you can do that would like try and work on lowering that tag? Like make a distance or something between like me and the crowd, so I don't have that -2.
Oh yeah. To reduce that kind of status, you'd have to do a change the game, and apply it to yourself or your allies, right? So like, I'm not sure. I'm kind of trying to figure out in your power set how that would work. But if you can come up with a creative way to use your abilities to give yourself that distance, then that's absolutely a viable and valid way to use change the game as part of that.
Maybe it's like using like secret paths to like find the easiest way through the crowd, and also like notice his like arm movements and where the point would be at that I'm least likely to get like hit, maybe.
Okay.
So if that would enable me to do a change the game, let's see. It's also like, secret paths. I think also Sneaky the Spider, because I'm trying not to like step on anyone. I don't want to get in anyone's way. Like, I don't want to I just don't want to let anyone to mess with me. And then I think it's still Protector, because the whole reason I'm like hanging around and sticking around is because like I want Crane to be okay, and this is like a big dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Spider, Secret Paths, Protector, and yeah, I think it was 3. Let me just spelling things wrong forever. 2d6 plus 3, and then okay, so I get 12 to change the game. Would that be enough to remove the impeded? I mean,
well,
even
it's
if
only
I didn't
3
get
power, right? So
yeah,
you
so
could
then it would
remove
have
it
been
from one of you, and then like reduce the
I just wanted
status
it from
of
me.
another person. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
so
enough to remove it from you. Then you have 1 juice left.
Okay, so I guess I'll remove it from me, and then I will reduce the status. Like, I'm looking around. Would anyone... Because Ava and Sana were together.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think I'll reduce the thing from Russell, because he fell down, and like we were probably both going toward a bar. So we were probably closer than Sana and Ava are. Yeah. So it would make sense. Like, he sees where I'm going, or like is like, okay, like now's an easier way to get through the crowd or something like that.
Yeah. Sana, I'm probably with Ava, but I'll try to make eye contact at least with Nancy and Gibbs, like as the crowds are dispersing, just like to know where they are, and if like things get bad, like that we maybe should try to move in and help or something like that.
Okay. One thing I want to point out, so this might be a good opportunity for Sana to use her abilities for some kind of crowd control. Okay. This is something you can do in this situation in a change the game fashion. So I want to give you that opportunity if you would like to. You don't have to do it like right this second, but if you want to think about what that would look like for her, whether it's singing or trying to make eye contact with the other people that are around you or whatever else it is. Just depends on your abilities and like how you want to use her capabilities to achieve that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, yes. I think what I might want to do is thinking that I want to use some of my tags for the hypnotic suggestion and in a way try to suggest people to move to a certain area and clear the way just to get them to safety. And so I'm just kind of like as people are running and maybe it's a little, the panic is in the air, I just kind of like reach my hands out and I begin kind of communicating with people, kind of directing them all into one area of where they should go, and in a way like just getting the attention of lots of people at once, and helping in that sense.
Okay. Anything in particular that you're trying to do to get that attention? Like to get them to focus for even just the brief second that you need? Like, are you grabbing people, or are you talking, or?
I would be talking mostly. Maybe even kind of when she channels some of her powers, it's almost like she's singing. So when she's talking to everybody, it's kind of like it catches everybody's attention, and I'm just talking to people, and they're kind of taken back for a second and will listen to me, kind of because of like the hypnotic power.
Okay.
In my tags.
Let's do it. Change the game.
Okay. So hypnotic suggestion, definitely. Induce hypnotic trance. I would like talk anyone into anything. I probably wouldn't use like yeah, I would say those three.
Okay.
Just realized that Gibbs is literally someone's dad at a mosh pit. He's just getting trampled by everyone.
Poor Gibbs. Poor Gibbs. All right. Very good. Yeah, let's do this. So you've got 3 juice.
Sweet.
You can create a story tag if you would like. Suggestive, maybe something like that, so you can kind of better control the crowd, or you can go with a different word to use for that. It's up to you, really. And in this particular case, due to the fact you're trying to actually affect more than one person, you would probably want to scale up the effect.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's do the suggestion.
Okay, so we'll do that, and then you can pump the last 2 into scaling it up, or you can just get within like the immediate vicinity.
Let's go all the way with that. Let's do all 3.
Yeah, sounds good. Some people won't be affected due to the fact that they're also rifts, so they do have resistances against it, but those who don't have that type of inclination will become focused on what you're saying, and so you can use that to your... They're the ones who got the suggested tag, the story tag on this particular case. So I would say maybe 24 people.
Okay. So,
but you have good control over in that case.
Okay. So what does it look like for us now that people are kind of clearing out? Like, I see Nancy and Gibbs within my vicinity?
You have a clearer path to them, but you couldn't affect all. Again, it's a circle, so you can't get around the whole circle, but you got within your immediate and Ava's immediate vicinity, and then a little bit outside of that, like in sporadic pieces. I think probably the further out they were, it would be harder for you to affect, because they can't hear you, because there's shouting and music, and like there's a lot going on from a audio perspective. So that's where you're kind of 24, the 24 people are between you, Ava, and then there's a couple sporadically towards where Gibbs and Nancy are as well.
Cool.
Yeah. So you do have there at least 24 people's attention that you can kind of like get them to move either out of the way. You could potentially even use that to not like bouncers necessarily, but to help corral people, right? Because now you have more bodies kind of in your influence.
I'm trying to think of what I want to do with them right now. If I want to, I guess I would just kind of get them to safety, get them out of the way, so they're not in the way of any line of fire or attack or anything like that. So I'll move them as far away as I can.
Okay. Is there anything that is visible from the outside, whether her action stance or anything like that, that people would, if they were actually paying attention, would take notice? Maybe Ava would, I don't know, but is there anything that like Sana actually does or anything that changes?
Again, I would say the big thing is that it almost sounds like when she's doing these commands that has like a very like a singy voice. Sounds like she's singing. It's almost as if there's a stage on her, like a spotlight on her when she's doing this. That's why it kind of gets people's attention to listen to her. There's a spotlight on her. She's kind of like singing, and that's what gets people's attention, and they start kind of clearing out a little bit. Maybe that issues a few other people around them, and it's almost like a chain reaction in a sense.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Okay, cool. I like it. Good. So we'll swing back over to Gibbs in just a moment. Crane, you have what you're doing. I think at that a slight point as you kind of maybe hear remnants of the singing that Sana's got going on, or like you can kind of almost hear parts of the crowd in a certain area kind of die down in their loudness, their volume, right? And as Sana's voice kind of kind of trumps theirs, essentially, right? Is slightly more pronounced than theirs. And you'll hear that, but as the unit is kind of trying to move around to get access to where you are, and he's kind of stomping, you can see just behind one of his just behind one of his legs at the other side of the arena, Jesse is still knocked down prone on the ground. So that's kind of the situation at the current moment.
Yeah, that would absolutely was going to be Crane's next move, would be drawing his attention to Jesse, and then he'd be trying to get to her and like slide across the floor next to her and check on her.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would be pretty easy. And you're just maneuvering the enormous feet, essentially, of this bronze statue, as it's like trying to, for lack of a better term, he's trying to trample you. And so, you're just gonna dodge and maneuver. I'm not gonna make you roll for that because of your previous rolls, but like you're weaving in between, and even though he's actually a pretty large dude and made out of pure bronze, he's still moving relatively fast, all things considered, right? Like he's still trying to like get his feet up and moving. So you're gonna have very few seconds to get to Jesse, and then by the time you get to her, you're gonna need to move, kind of deal. Like that's where we're at with like how fast things are going. So yeah, you'll get to Jesse. She is not necessarily unconscious, but she seems dazed. I think that just like the fall and her not catching herself in time, she's definitely like conscious, and she could probably move, but she would need assistance to get off the ground.
Yeah, so Crane would slide next to her and sort of probably like roll her over onto her back if she was, sort of face first, and check her over quickly and sort of be, might need a little help here, and start sort of like lifting her up off of the floor if he can.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of like grabs her arm and like tries to like almost like hoist herself onto your shoulder so she can like get up off the ground, essentially. And at that point, are you going to try to get her out of the arena, or are you just going to move to another part of it?
I'm just trying to get her up and somewhere safe, but Crane has no intention of leaving the fight, so he wants to move her out of the way and then head back in. Is she like incapacitated at this point?
No. She's just dazed. Like this obviously all of this happened in like a matter of seconds, right? Like less than 10 seconds of her falling to the ground, Sana taking her action, and then you maneuvering across the arena, you know, the 20-foot span to get to her. Like, because obviously you're moving at a fast rate given your capabilities and like jumping or leaping or whatever you had to do to get to her. So like 10 seconds has basically gone by at this point.
I see a lot less like picking her up and carrying her out, and more like it's all so quick and sliding between the legs and picking her up and being like, "Are you okay?" And then she's like, and then just sort of like pushing her out of the way of like an incoming stomp, and then going back to the fight, like trying to push her out of the arena almost.
Okay. So the arena is 10 feet high, right? So you can either like she's gonna try to get up onto her feet, but you helping her up will assist with that. I think at that point maybe you both dodge out of the way of one of the feet coming down, and she's like, "Did you find it?" She's like trying to like she's trying to talk to you while you guys are dodging.
And Crane's like shouting over the sort of the rattling of the arena and everything that's going on, and he's like pointing frantically at the same time, and he's like, "The back of the foot, at the ankle." Okay.
And she's like, "Okay, I'll distract him." And she like runs up to where the other leg is, and is trying to like climb up his leg. It's not working well, but she's trying. And yeah, so she's trying to distract him right now, and he's just like balancing on the other leg right now and like trying to shake her off his other leg. So that's a distraction she'll give you.
Okay, Crane's definitely gonna make like this is now chaos at this point, and it's like the structural stability of this place is coming into question. People are getting hurt, so he's trying to end the fight as quickly as possible and going for this Achilles heel.
Yeah, definitely. I would say you'll get the first chance you'll get into close enough where you could actually like touch that part of his leg. Do you draw for the screwdriver or not? Like, do you have a hand in ready kind of like thing, or are you just going to get it? No,
I think it's. I think with I think it's out of his mind at this point, where it's grown to such an excessive size. It's probably like he's not even thinking the screwdriver's gonna, do anything.
Well, the screwdriver's technically too small now.
Yeah. So he's just trying to get to it.
I'm running to my toolkit. I'm limping to my toolkit.
Looking for his
biggest screw. I need this.
But it was no matter, for he had dropped it when he went to go get Jesse. So if he were to reach for the screwdriver, it is nowhere to be found. Yes, my Gibbs' poor old reliable screwdriver just
lost to the
stomped into the dust of the arena, never to be used again. That's probably fine. A single tear was shed for the screwdriver.
Well, here it is. He finds it on the floor rolling around. like Indiana Jones's hat to get his screwdriver back.
Oh man, poor Gibbs. All right, let's pause there as you kind of get to this part of his foot, and go over to Nancy and Gibbs. Gibbs being, you do have a reduced status now. You're no longer prone, but you still have to deal with the crowd in the way. Nancy, you've managed to get out of the way of the crowd, and you're maneuvering around them, so you're not being like shoved around or anything like that. So yeah, Gibbs.
I mean, he probably doesn't want to. He realizes that he's in the wrong place now, I think. Like, he's been half trampled to death, and he was shot yesterday. So his leg isn't exactly great in the first place.
Yeah.
So I think he realizes that, it may be best for him to live to fight another day and try and get out. He says like a 20-foot radius of like moshing that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to try and break his way through. Would that require violence for him to do that?
Possibly. don't forget that you still have a gunshot wound, so physically moving is going to be a negative in this case, right? Because you're working against the crowd, but then also the crowd effect being at minus. So you're a total at -3 right now for getting away from them.
Well, I think he'll die if he stays. That'd be the worst death for a character ever. Like Gibbs guy, he saved the world. Oh, he got trampled to death.
He trampled to death at a river.
I'm way too invested for that to happen. So, yeah, he's going to try and get his way through. But I don't want to, like, just shoot someone. So I'm going to, like... I'm going to try and intimidate my way through.
Okay.
Maybe using some of my powers, but I'm also definitely using my shield. I have like a protective shield that he sort of puts up. So he's definitely going to use that, and he might waggle his gun at someone if they look like they're not going to get out of his way.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I got my shield.
Mm-hmm.
And I can sense danger.
That's good.
And I'm super bad at defending myself. I'm good at attacking things, but not so much at because I don't want to say that I'm using any of my gun stuff really, because I don't think he's not going to just start firing at the crowd. I mean, he's not crazy. He's not going to start shooting his friends.
True.
So it's just a +2. It's fine. It's like, it makes sense for him. He's like...
-3 though, so you're at a -1.
Yeah. -1, yeah. Okay.
Damn.
That's the worst thing that happened for Gibbs.
Come on, no!
-1 equals a 2. Goodbye. Good night, cruel world. This is how Russell Gibbs dies.
I'm sorry. Oh man. Okay. So that was we were doing a go toe to toe because you're struggling to overcome, right? So
right.
In this particular case, the crowd is winning. Rather than getting out of the way, they're like shoving you more into the other parts of the crowd. So now you're less on the outside and more in the middle of it.
Have you ever seen when like a baby elephant starts getting mauled by like a pack of lions? And it's the most horrific thing. It's just absolutely defenseless.
No,
actually, an old elephant,
do.
like this ancient dying elephant. That's what Gibbs is right now. He's like wounded. It's infected. It's not good. Yeah, it's like a nature dog.
Oh no.
Yep.
That's so sad.
Yep.
Poor Gibbs.
It's all you hear. And then a Wilhelm scream from somewhere.
Yeah, Nancy, you can't see Gibbs anymore. He has been consumed by this crowd of people. Like, you don't know where he is.
Shit.
And everyone who comes here has powers, right?
Yes.
So it's like all rifts as well, like bouncing around.
Yeah. Like when I look to Crane, like he hasn't like fucked up royally yet. Like he still looks okay, right? He hasn't been hit or anything.
Correct.
I think the thing is that like she's just she remembers seeing him. She like sees the crowd kind of swallow him up, and like she has like a moment of conflict, and then there's like a montage, I guess, probably of like all the times that he's yelled at, like they've yelled at each other, and it's like got like a I will remember or something like ridiculous in the background. And then she's like, oh fuck. And like I think she's gonna try and wade through the crowd and like I don't know, get to him somehow. Can I try and like figure out where he fucking went? Because she does feel like this weird like familial guilt of like I can't just leave him on the ground to be trampled.
Okay. So going into basically a mob of people, I feel like is taking a risk. You're taking a risk to find him.
Faster? Why am I faster?
God damn it! Yeah.
I'm
right now
running through the wildebeests, trying to find my dad, and then I find him and he's dying.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so I'm gonna just say
Uncle
this is
That's played in Lion King, during that scene where it's like in the Sega Genesis game. If you ever played that, Anyway.
Yeah.
It's very tense.
Yeah. So let's do a take a risk.
Take a risk. Can I do? Let's see. Can I use? We got a tag that was Believer Russell a long ass time ago.
Yep.
Use that one. Use Protector. I guess, and this is like, I don't know. He's an asshole, and like he drinks too much, but he's also all she's got. Like she's the only dad. He's the only dad that she'll ever have. So can I use all I've got? Okay. And then I think like Secret Paths, in so much as she's still trying to wind through the crowd. Blah blah blah. Yeah. All right. +4. Don't fuck me up here with your stupid bad juju. 9. Not nothing.
Okay. So things are gonna get messy.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you. I think at this point, I'm gonna give you this choice, right?
Okay.
You can find him.
Okay.
But only one of you will be able to get out of the crowd. So either you replace him or you leave him behind to get out again.
I do not envy you.
Well, I think at this point, like the decision was already made when she was like, this is my responsibility. This is how we do the job. Like, this is how we do the thing. And then this is this guy who I just found out is my dad, who's kind of an asshole. When she went for him, it was the like, all right, like, you fucking idiot. Like, and probably when she gets there and she's like trying to crouch down and like pick him out of the crowd, but like she keeps getting like bumped by people. Like every time she like tries to reach down, like I think at a certain point she's just like, fuck it. And she like, I don't know what the thing is, but she probably like hauls him up and in the meantime like gets like pushed down herself. I'll stay in the crowd and like he probably gets like the momentum of the crowd is going to carry him out.
Yeah, basically. Yep.
I got a few cracked ribs now.
maybe like borderline. I think more bruised than anything on that one, because she went for you pretty quick. I am gonna give you Nancy a status of prone right now. We'll just say prone 1.
Prone 1. Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to struggle to regain control essentially in the next round here. So Ava, what is happening? You've probably either heard, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. She was having like some stuff going on, so I don't know how aware she is of the situation around her.
Can I just roll for that?
To see if she was aware?
Yeah, just to see how aware I am.
Yeah.
Let's just really know if she would be, because the crowd and the voices and all that other stuff that's happening, I don't really know if she'd be able to differentiate. Like, she might, depending on how well it is. Do you want me to just roll a random, like, 6 or something, or?
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to do something like that.
Okay.
Do like
so miraculously, I rolled a 5 out of 6. So I hear Nancy. Ooh, I know. Oh my God. Okay. So I think that I would like to hear either Nancy or Gibbs like being crushed and like calling out for help, being like trampled by this crowd. So I like know that this is either happening or going to happen or potentially going to happen, and I'm freaking out about it. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like Gibbs was being a little louder, so it might have been Gibbs.
Yeah. Well, not verbally. Yeah, just mentally. So I'm hearing that in my head. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna... Are they close to me? Close enough that I can try to seek them out?
Relatively, but you were closer to Sana than you were to Gibbs and Nancy.
And Sana created a like small mini parting of the sea with her song, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So okay, I'm gonna try to seek them out, and I'm going to. I'm gonna take the risk because this is pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can still use my story tags on this stupid act, right? Or is it just flat out you're taking a stupid risk?
It's power tags, so story tags aren't in this particular case gonna work too well.
Okay. Yeah, I think.
I mean, unless you think that the story tag is argued into play here, of course.
No, I think the story tag that we gave me was like clairvoyance or, prophetic or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I don't really think that that's. I mean, it could. Maybe
it could be argued if you think. Yeah,
it could. You could use that and say like because she can like see what's going to happen, she can move them out of the way, or she can like push the right person out of the way, so that they don't get trampled and try to lift them up. I am going to argue that actually. Okay. So and then I will use. I'm actually not feeling very empowered right now, so I'm not going to use that tag. But I am going to go ahead and use the. I am going to go ahead and use self-reliant and prophetic. And then can I use the story tag? Do I just add that as an extra then?
Yeah, it's just another modifier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Eat.
Yeah, -2 though, because you have the status, right? You still have the status on you.
Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. So 6.
Yeah.
So that's things get messy.
Yeah. Right? So things are going to get messy. No. Right. I mean, technically on a 7 and 9 things get messy. A 6 is a failure, but I think narratively speaking, I'm more inclined for the RP on this. Okay. So I think what's going to happen here is you go to like walk in that direction and you actually make it a bit of the way, but you get this sudden sharp pain and it's like a piercing scream as all of a sudden you hear these voices, but there's so many all at once, and you could swear out of all of them, you hear Ed. And it's like this haunting, like, grasp at you as you're trying. It just stops you dead in your tracks as you're trying to go to get to Nancy and Gibbs. And it's like digging deep, and like anything that if there's any phrases that he would have said to Ava that really kind of like rubbed her the wrong way or anything, that like those are the types of things that she's hearing.
Okay. So I'm not moving. I'm frozen then. Okay.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna swing back over to Sana real quick, and then back down to Crane and Jesse. Jesse, who's probably getting thrashed about at this point on this stupid leg she's trying to hold on to. All right, Sana.
Do I notice Ava just like freeze up in that moment? Would I see you in
if
the
you're
crowd
observing the crowds, I think that's valid. It's up to you, though.
Yeah. I think maybe as I see that, I would try to talk to Ava. It looked like she was like on a mission and then just froze up. So I would try to grab her attention. Ava, are you right? What's up? Did you see something?
No.
Well,
I can't move.
You can't move.
Yeah, you have to get Nancy and Gibbs. They've fallen down.
Okay. Are you sure there's nothing I can do to help you?
No.
No. Okay. So I think in that moment, I would try to go make my way. I know that things are still pretty hectic. The crowds here seem to be a little bit more organized. People are trying to, in a somewhat more organized manner, make their way out. So I would say we're, like, the two of us probably aren't getting trampled or anything like that. I'm gonna try to head over to like the other area of the crowd where it's a little bit more hectic and see if I can kind of move those crowds and try to make my way to find Nancy or Gibbs. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry. You can do the same thing that you did before with the previous handful of crowd if you want to do the same type of effect.
I would like to do that. So I'm going to use the same 3 tags, the hypnotic tags, and talk anyone to anything. And let's see if I can try to control these crowds.
Good.
Oh.
Nice.
All right.
Okay,
Is it kind of the similar effect?
Yeah, similar effect. Again, like a spotlight just kind of appears, and I start to try to calm people, at least move them out of the way, so it's not as just mass chaos like mosh pit. I just want people to kind of, make a more organized exit as they're trying to move away.
Okay. Sounds good. I think it'll take you a little bit, but yeah, you're gonna be able to get enough people out of the way to see where Nancy is, and then slowly kind of push the people that are, or like have the other people that are leaving is allowing it to kind of clear the way so that you can get to her, and we'll resolve that in just a bit. As we move over to Crane and Jesse's being ridiculous, and she's like yelling profanities at the unit at this point, and calling him pancake bitch and all sorts of like random things just for whatever reason. And you can hear this, Crane, and she's pretty loud about it. And yeah, so that's a thing that's happening. You've made it over to his leg. What is your action? What are you gonna do?
Crane would like to scale, if he has to, the back of this as far as he's got to go up to the point of the weakness.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Let's do a...
Do I have to roll to, like, get to it, or should I roll an attack on it?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to figure out to get to it. You would probably... I think it's a go toe-to-toe in this case, because he's going to try to shake you off, the both of you, right? And then you're trying to maintain control over the climbing itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and do it. We'll do it toe-to-toe on this one.
Okay, because I'm getting shaken.
It's funny, because he's climbing feet. Go toe-to-toe.
Would I still be using stuff like, I guess, inhuman strength that I'm holding on?
Yes.
Unbreakable hide as a defense? Would that give me a +1?
He's not swiping at you, so in this case, probably not.
Okay, so it's more like coordination.
Like you're not
stuff.
actually getting harmed. He's just trying to get you off of his foot.
Okay, so maybe knowing the weakness, that tag that I got, the clairvoyance, the courageous sort of defense perk. So those are 3 that were from Ava. And okay, so then the inhuman strength on that is 4.
Okay, -1 because it's bronze. There's not really much to grip on, so you're relying surely like entirely on grip strength at this point to like get up there. So
that would be 3. I'm going to throw Iron Will back in there.
Okay.
And maybe high pain threshold as well, like as he's sort of getting thrashed around, probably like the tendons and stuff in his arms getting thrown out. So we'll go with a +5.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh my god, why did you roll so low? What's wrong with you? You still rolled a 9, but it's fine. I was just like, 2s? Come
Scary.
on. Alright, so on 9, you can choose one. You can either achieve your goal, or you can counter their attack. Like he's probably gonna try to like actually like get you off of his foot for realsies now. So you can get to it, but to maintain it, you're gonna need to counter.
Let's go with achieve the goal. So getting to it and then sort of planting there, and then we'll see what he does.
Basically, you'll just have to face danger against the status of getting thrown off, essentially. And Jessie, on her end, she sees you kind of climb up and get to the point that you need to, and she's gonna like continue to try to distract him. She jumps off of his foot and just starts to like pick up like debris that's on the ground now at this point of like cement, and she's like just hurling at his leg, even though she knows it's not going to do anything. She's just annoying. She's just trying to be a nuisance at this point. She's like a little bee around his feet. And so yeah, she's just again continuing screaming, you know, pancake bitch, and you know, melt you in a furnace and all sorts of random stuff that just doesn't even make sense. She's just spewing that. And I think Gibbs, now let's real quick go up to you. You've been pushed out of the way. You are now on the exterior of the crowd. Nancy is nowhere to be seen.
You look back, knowing what it is that I must do. Nope! I get back on.
You motherfucker! You're a piece of shit!
It's what he do. And he is going back in.
All right.
He's gonna try and find.
All right, take a risk.
And the worst. All right. I can sense danger. I can hear cries of distress.
That's true.
That's very true. I have my shield, and that's all I need. So just a flat roll, I think, for Gibberoni at the moment. All right, Gibberoni and Jesus go. Oh yeah, there it is. 7.
Okay, it's a mild success.
Respectable.
You know, it's gonna get a little messy. I'm gonna give you a hard choice. All right, you can get to her. However,
no, don't even fucking say it again.
We're gonna
no. It's not gonna. It's not the same thing at all. No. However, you can also get her like up off the ground. You both be standing there. However, the effects that Sana put forth are nullified, and the other parts of the crowd have now gotten back in the way. Or you can not go in and look for a different vantage point.
I think he wants to definitely get her out of there. He's not like, it's probably not
I
an
can
option
take
for
care
him
of
to
my
not.
fucking self.
You're dying in a pit, just like
Shit. I'm not
like
dying.
father, like daughter. Okay. We're all dying in pits here.
I'm not dying. I only have a -1, not a -3 like you, okay? You fucking dick.
Yeah, fucking dick. Yeah, he's gonna try and get her up. What was the consequence of me trying to lift her up?
You're ruining everything that's on his work so hard.
I ruin everyone else's life.
Crowd control.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ruin everyone else's fun. Great.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah, no,
Just
you
like
reverse
Dad.
the effects. So here's
Perfect.
Just
the
like Dad's
kicker
in
on that,
Russia
right?
always do.
That means all of the people that she hasn't cleared out yet that were currently under control are no longer going to be under control, right? You reverse the effects of Sana's.
Yeah, I'm not
efforts,
sure he's aware
right?
that they're under her control. Maybe.
No, you're not. I'm just. This is a more of a meta thing, right? These are the hard bargains, right? So, yeah. So that's what we're doing.
Sorry, Sana.
Yeah, you guys will get out, but you're gonna trap Sana. So, GG. Okay.
I'll be back in for you, Sana. I'm like,
I think the thing is like you come back and she's just like, "What the fuck? I got you out of here," and then you come straight back in. What is my sacrifice worth nothing to you? Jesus Christ!
He's like so winded that when he like all the wind has been like punched out of you, and he just can't really speak, and he's just like, God, yes.
I should leave you here to die, you fucking old fart. And then she like does the thing where she like goes like under your arm and like helps you out of the crowd. Piece of shit.
And alas, Sana is consumed by the crowd. No, you notice that as you're approaching, you actually see Gibbs and Nancy finally drag their way out of the crowd, but as you go to turn, like, okay, they made it out, so like you're gonna go, continue back out the other way. That path is gone. It's no longer there. So.
Okay.
All right, Ava. Are you still
I think I'm still fucked up, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Okay.
As much as I would like to not be, that's pretty traumatizing.
Okay. All right. In this case, so because you're like, are you literally not moving? Like you're just not even responsive.
Yeah, I'm frozen.
Okay.
Like this is this is a guy I fucking murdered. Like he shouldn't be talking. I shouldn't be hearing his voice in a crowd. So yeah, I'm not moving.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. In that case, we're gonna do a face danger for you. Because the crowd is still, the mob is still moving around you. And you're not doing anything currently to avoid that. So let's do.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm just gonna check and see if I have. I just don't know if I would. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna flat roll it. Oh.
Okay. Oh dear. Well, shit. No, I mean, come on, you guys can't die yet. We've still got 2 more episodes.
Yeah.
Come on.
I could argue you that my temporary story tag could make that a 7 instead of a 6.
It could.
Because it's clairvoyant. So even though she's like in a trance, she could move out of the way if she sees somebody like, instinctively she's just moving.
Is she aware enough to listen to that signal though? That's the question.
I feel like at this point, because her voices are coming from... So as her power is growing, she's learning to be able to manipulate other people's desires and kind of like take over. So she's getting that from someone. So I feel like at this point, Tichiba would probably take over and like move her for her if she's stuck in this trance. Yeah.
Okay. No worries on that.
Trying to
you're
say
still
that
going to take a
without
status.
completely spoiling, but yeah.
Yes.
But at least it brings it from a total failure to a 7. Yeah.
Okay.
This is intense. I'm sweating.
So what I'm gonna say is, at this point, you see the hit coming. It's not like they're trying to hit you on purpose, but the people are just so many people.
Like, okay.
Yeah. And you see it, and you're able to brace the fall, but you do end up falling into the pit. And so you'll just take a bruised status at this point because you were knocked down, but you didn't like go face first. Like, you were able to brace your fall. And there's no like broken bones or anything. You fell just enough, just in the right spot to not break anything, but you are unfortunately in a 10-foot deep pit now. So there's that. Yeah. Okay. So what? Yeah. And Jesse screaming and Crane climbing. I'm gonna say for the sake of the narrative here, as all of this is happening, Jessie looks and she notices that you've fallen in, and she's still like hurling these like pieces of concrete at this guy and his feet essentially, but then stops and is like, oh shit, like Ava fell in. I would actually like for you to make a roll for this.
Sure.
Go ahead and just roll a flat 2d6 for me. Okay. That's not bad. So what Jessie does is she yells at Crane and is like, Ava fell in. And she sprints over to where Ava is. And before she gets to her, she like goes and turns, like she's like mid-run and turns slightly and yells back over to Crane. And all she says out loud is Cerberus as she kind of slides over to where Ava is and tries to pick her up off the ground. At this point, I think that Crane, do you respond at all to that word?
Yeah. So I sort of feel like I know like what I want Crane to do at this point, and you could like shall I describe, or like do you want to?
No, go for it.
Yes, please.
I mean, I have a question. Like, are the 3 heads together?
Not yet.
Okay.
This is the 2.
Okay. If it's the 2, I mean, I'm kind of maybe looking for like the killing blow here. Can I make an attempt, or should I hold off?
No, go for it. If you want to do a stop holding back, please.
I would really like for Crane to stop holding back, as he's holding on at the back of the leg where the heel is.
Okay.
And should I roll before I look to describe?
Yeah. So what it's going to be is just your power. Your logo. So it's your roll plus the number of logos theme cards you have, which I believe is still 3, correct?
Yeah. The non-Mythos ones, yeah.
Correct, yes. So 2d6 plus 3. And to tell everybody the consequences of such a roll, I don't think this is an ultimate, but this is definitely a no return. The ultimate would be the 3.
Wow, I'm reading this right now. It's insane.
Yeah. So on a no return, and you guys can argue if it's lower tier, but I think it's a no return. So my place here is that you're going to replace a theme at the end of this, which means you're going to replace a logos. And you will be marking, if this is on a 7 to 9, on a 10 plus, you're going to mark a fade or crack instead on one of the theme cards, which will be your logos, and then burn all of the power tags on a theme that's narratively appropriate. If you fail, you will pay the price on the 7 to 9, which is replacing a theme card, and also lose control over your powers. And then I will be able to decide what happens. These are my favorite ones.
Okay, so just a +3. Do I get any
Yep.
other plus for the
No,
Watcher of
Nope.
Hades or anything?
it's a straight roll. Yeah, that's
So
why this one's so
+3,
risky.
2d6. Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, we'll take care of the paying the price part, which is fine because you rolled over a 10. So please describe for us the narrative of what happens for us in this amazing feat.
I mean, stop me if at any point this is a little too far and not
This is a
allowed,
stop
but
holding back. So this is like powers unleashed. Go for it.
Crane is at the back of the leg, sort of gripping on, and I guess he's sort of basically face to face with this screw that he knows to be the weak point, and he's holding on. It's kind of being thrashed around. He's seeing his friends being bashed around, and there's like Jessie and Ava over there, and she shouts Cerberus up to him, and I want him to literally like it's sort of like the shoulders and above transforms completely into this wolf-like creature, but it's kind of merging between wolf and canine, where it's got the Cerberus powers with it as well, and it's kind of like fighting with itself and merging and literally gnaws out and chews the weak spot and just absolutely obliterates through the bronze and everything else and just demolishes this screw.
So cool. Yes. All right. So as this is happening, I think that the ground begins to rumble, like the unit stops moving, and as you notice, the size hasn't changed, but he slowly begins to collapse as the knees touch the ground and make a huge thud, and the dust comes up again and is filling the air, and by the time everything clears, he is kind of collapsed over with his upper torso and body on the top where the arena, where the viewers would have been, some of which probably got crushed, but it's fine. Others managed to dodge out of the way. And I think that is where we kind of stop tonight's episode. The Bronze Man is down.
Wow.
I don't know what Crane is right now. Nobody knows what Crane just turned into. And yeah, that is our 13th episode. 13th? Something
Yeah,
like that.
that was 13. Yeah. Oh, or 15, 14. I don't know. Fuck, but I don't know. That was fucking wild. That was. Oh my god. That was 14. Yeah, I
thought
just like,
we were gonna die there.
14? Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought
14.
I was gonna move faster, like to death, and that would be the enemy. That would have been the worst.
That's
And
not
then-
rolls that we've done in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Combat rolls
Yeah,
are
that was-
usually the
That was a
where
very
there's more.
this was an action-packed episode.
Yeah.
I love that we weren't like fighting anything like the rest of us, but like just fighting the crowd. Like it's almost like an environment thing that we were fighting against. That was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. Yeah, awesome. Well, if you guys enjoyed tonight's show, if you haven't followed the show, hit the follow button. You can join us. You can subscribe on YouTube. Come out and watch the live show every Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern. Only a couple left until the finale, and that's gonna be scary when that comes. If you haven't checked out City of Mist yet, go to the website cityofmist.co. Their pre-orders are up right now. You can get 30% off, up to 30% off. A bunch of their products are up there. Pre-order the books and all the cool accessories. Some of the players have been tweeting out some of the accessories that we have sent to us. So really cool game, really enjoyable system. Powered by the apocalypse. What more can you do us, my friends? But let's go around the cast and the crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? And where can we find you guys online? Meta, great job tonight. How was that for you?
Thanks. Very good. I'm really excited. I really am happy you guys are going to probably get a lot of answers next episode. And that's going to help kind of bring us to the conclusion to where you guys, whether you go after this quill or not. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens. It's great to have had Sana use her abilities in a crowd control sense, something that she's never really been able to do before. I love that Ava became completely vulnerable because of what had happened. And something that probably none of the other players have seen with Ava, since she's so strong-headed and assertive with everything she does and confident. Nancy and Gibbs just constantly trying to take care of each other, but not acknowledging the fact that they care about each other as per usual. And that conflict between them, which is great. And then Crane is... got a well-deserved spotlight in this episode. He doesn't get to do a lot of combat, so this particular episode and calling out the unit and calling him, saying he's going to be flattened like a pancake and all that other stuff is, it's just, it's great. And then on the YouTube, it's
so
forever.
Good. It was so good.
Forever, on the YouTube, essentially. So I think it was a really good episode.
You need to get an actual luchador mask and record us a crappy YouTube video of that.
The other bonus is that the bronze unit is also responsible for what happened to Crane's mentor. So there is a revenge element happening here. There's quite a lot of things that are coming to a head on this. So Crane making a bargain with Anatoly may have not been the worst thing for him in this particular case, though I'm sure Gibbs would argue otherwise. But yeah, it was a great episode. I'm really excited to see where the finales, part 1 and part 2 basically is next week and after that. So yeah, you guys can find me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Metamancer. I finally released my roleplay extension. It is live and available for use. It's free for everybody. You can upgrade if you want to pay a subscription for like extra, customization features. But other than that, it's out there and available. The only downside right now, I'm waiting for Twitch to fix a linkage issue. So you can't upgrade out of the extension, but you can go to my Discord and the link is there for that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really happy to see how things are going, and I've been really happy to MC for you guys. So
that's awesome. And Blue Jay, how was this night?
I thought it was super great. I really love seeing when other people get a chance to kind of step into the spotlight. I've had my opportunity plenty of times with Nancy. I feel like with as complicated as everything's getting toward the end, there's some like at the beginning of every show, we're just like, oh fuck, what do we do? And I'm just like, Nancy's kind of no bullshit kind of lady, so it makes it easy for me to kind of just like take the stage for a second at the beginning and be like, we're just gonna fucking do this. All right, guys. All right, bye-bye. And then like once the plan gets into motion, it seems like everyone has their place where they have talents and stuff that really help. And it was good getting to see Sana and Crane do stuff that we haven't really seen before. So yeah, that was super fun. Most of the time you'll be able to see me when I'm not here on twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter at BlueJay_712. But this weekend I will be in Toronto hanging out with Pumpkinberry, maybe getting some ramen time.
Yeah.
Super hype about it. So I won't be live this weekend, but I'll be back.
Amazing. And BB, how was that tonight for you?
That was crazy. I definitely thought we were going to go out in a big trample there for a good couple of minutes. It was very interesting. I really like the direction that Ava is going. It's not what I expected, but I'm really enjoying this system and the freedom that it's giving me to just like let her go in this really strange direction. I love that Nancy like snuck in and read a letter that I have on my character sheet, like in my backstory, that I just assumed no one would ever know about. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, and I hope we don't die next week. And you can find me at twitch.tv/pumpkinberry and at Twitter of the same handle. And I do lots and lots and lots of tabletop, which you can find there. And then I also play a bunch of games and do a bunch of stuff. So, yeah. Oh, I did want to say something. I'm sorry. I am jamming a show coming up soon. And the riddles have already begun for it. So if you want to start solving puzzles and you really like kind of like, brain teasers, then you should check out the Twitter for that show, which is Stygian Gate.
Awesome. Love it.
That's it.
And Miss Magitech, how was that tonight for Sana?
Oh, it was great. Like I said, this is a very action-packed episode, and I know the past few episodes have been a little more RP focused. So it's like I am learning my abilities still and learning the things that I can do with them. So thank you, Meta, for that. That was actually really helpful with thinking about how I can use them, not just to be like the talker, the sweet talker and everything like that, but to use it for like more of like a mass suggestion type of thing, which I think was really, really cool. And I loved that. And yeah, I can't believe the bronze unit is finally gone. So I am very excited for the next 2 episodes. My name is Tracy, Miss Magitech. You could find me on my Twitter, Miss_Magitech. That's usually where I post all my updates of what's going on with my stream and all of my other tabletop shenanigans. So thanks, guys, for another good episode.
Awesome. And last but not least, Morphe.
Great episode. So like I was just like been bouncing over here like waiting because I knew that's the move that I wanted to do at the end, and that's something like through this series where we still haven't revealed what Crane's mythos is, but obviously with these montages it's kind of like wolf related and stuff. It's like what he sees and people who know the character from other stuff, and all the way through I've been thinking, man, like it would be cool like if we didn't have the strength, if he had some sort of transformation power. So when he made the deal and we had this Cerberus thing come into play, I was like, oh shit, like this is the opportunity. And we were just talking about the power set before the episode and about when the heads are together that it can become more powerful. So as soon as Jesse fell into the pit, I was like, oh shit, like it's gonna go off. And I was like, who's the third? Like, are we gonna get the reveal for the third through this and stuff? And so getting to do that was just a huge moment, and I feel like a lot of stuff for Crane's coming together really nicely. I didn't expect us to end up visiting the bowl. I like pretty much adapted Crane's character when I read about that in the book, because it's in the City of Mist book. I was like, wow, that's awesome. I'm putting that into the backstory. And so that was a real surprise and really, really cool. Amazing. So, and it was so cinematic, like picturing them down there and like him peering up and Sana is there like with her arms out singing and controlling people, and Gibbs is trying to get up. And it was really, really an episode that painted really, really vivid, action-packed pictures. So yeah, I'm Morph. You can find me at twitch.tv/madmorph 6 days a week. And yeah, full-time streamer. That's what we do. So, but yeah, amazing episode. Thank you guys.
Awesome, fantastic. Well, we're going to be back next week, same time, Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern, for some more City of Mist. In the meantime, my friends, I'm going to be stressed out worrying about what's going to happen next. That is for next week. Until next time, my friends, try not to roll too many net ones. We want to be there laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye.